today.
Yeah,
It
well,
did
it
yesterday. Now it is, but everybody's playing. It's
Yeah.
all good. Check me out, by the way.
I know. I like that. Stand
Right.
out. Let me see.
How do I look?
Where did you get that?
My good pal Eddie Alizadeh gave it to me.
Is that
your pal?
Oh, thank
Eddie
you.
Alizadeh.
Who is that?
That's Freddie
a Freddie.
Freeman.
Oh,
That's a
turn around, let
Freddie
me see.
Freeman.
Oh, I like the gold. That looks good.
It's
That
the
looks good
opening.
on
It's
you,
the
man.
opening day special.
That looks
I
good on
absolutely love it. It is
Yes.
my first authentic Dodger jersey, and it's an opening day special,
Nice.
and it celebrated it with a win and an
Yeah.
Ohtani home run, and got to see an incredible baseball game. It was terrific.
Fantastic. The man
Yeah.
delivers again. Unbelievable.
My, oh,
Unbelievable.
my, oh, my,
yeah.
oh, my, oh, my.
Superman saves kids.
Yeah,
yeah. Again.
Yeah.
Again and again and again. He does it again.
He's getting to that place
Yeah.
where when he does the thing, you're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Like not, oh my God, he did it. It's oh, he did it.
If Shohei did the Superman thing, like he becomes the train tracks,
Yeah.
and the train runs over his back, I would not
He
be
just
surprised.
Lift his arm up.
Yeah, or just
Yeah.
catches a building. I wouldn't be surprised.
It
Yeah.
was a great day at
Yeah.
Dodger Stadium. It really was.
I bet it was. Nice, beautiful day.
It was kind of off and on,
Yeah.
sunny, warm, cloudy, overcast, jacket on, jacket off. It was,
Okay.
but it was
Decent.
great.
How did you do with Gibby? Were you okay? Was that emotional for you? Because I saw your seats, humble brag.
Yeah, they were the worst seats I've ever had in my life, and by that I mean they were by far the best
Yeah,
seats I've ever had in my
humble
life.
brag.
They were incredible.
Yeah.
I was very lucky to get to go yesterday. So I got there very, very early.
Yeah.
You know, you remember my plan that I had set up, right? That I was going to
No.
we were talking with Mace about it. I was going to go for a walk. I was going to change my clothes, go and show up to the game, et cetera, et cetera.
I missed all that.
So
yeah, okay.
when we were talking about that, and then I kind of looked at the clock. I'm like, if I go for a walk and then try to go to the ballpark, I'm going to be cutting it kind of close. So
Okay.
I'm just going to head that
Oh,
way.
you did say that. Griffith Park.
Griffith
yeah,
Park.
that's right. Okay.
So I drove over to like by the Vin Scully Avenue entrance, and I'm like, I'm over here. I might as well go to Guisado's and get some tacos, which I did.
Yeah.
Parked in the neighborhood again, Jorge.
Toretto's?
Right by Toretto's again.
Probably parked in front of my friend's house.
And went and had tacos,
Nice.
and then walked into the ballpark. Game ends. I walked back out. Didn't pay for. It was glorious.
Good for you.
It was
Yes.
absolutely great. By the way, they have a carnitas at Guisado's now. That's limited time.
Oh, limited time. Okay.
Not the worst thing
Not
I've ever
the-
eaten in
okay.
my life.
All
It
right.
was terrific.
What's a guisado?
Guisado's is the name of the taco spot over on
okay.
Sunset.
I thought you said you had a guisado. I'm like, wait a minute.
I had a Guisado's taco.
Guisado's taco. Got you.
Guisado's tacos.
Thought it was
which
some
brings me
New fare I didn't know about. Yeah.
to
okay.
what was the first thing you asked me when you came through the door today?
What did I ask you?
You asked me about.
Oh, how was the food? Yes. Yes.
So
Well, you already had tacos on the way in. You kind of ruined it.
right.
Okay. Nothing?
Nothing.
You had zero?
Zero. I had 2 beers.
Okay, well that's.
I had 2 beers, but I didn't have a morsel of food.
I kept hearing about the food. There's some Korean
I-
bowl that's supposed to be outstanding.
I'm sure there was. I smelled and
Supposed to
saw
be
a lot
60
of
bucks.
really
Is it
good
60?
things.
Oh,
I don't know.
yeah.
I had a couple of beers.
Okay.
And so I sit in my seat, and
That's not a bad thing.
like
Yeah, yeah.
2 hours before first pitch, I'm in the ballpark. I got to see him take infield batting practice. I sat there in the sun for 2 hours, drinking a beer, and I don't know if I've ever had a better time in my entire life.
I bet.
It was amazing.
That's
So
awesome.
Speaking of $60, Raj Markazi posted a picture of the new combo you can get at Dodger Stadium. It's 4 hot dogs, garlic fries, and 2 souvenir sodas for $60.
That's not so bad.
Say that
combo.
again.
4 hot dogs, 4
It's
Dodger
not-
dogs.
It's
4
not
dogs.
cheap.
Right, a helmet
Fries.
fries, garlic fries, and then 2 souvenir sodas.
Okay,
Yeah,
for 60
for
bucks.
$60.
It's not a bargain.
It's not horrible.
but it's also not a give me your money.
Yeah.
And it's all the things you would want. I guess you could swap the souvenir sodas for a beer instead.
You better load
but
up on them fries, though. Don't skimp on them fries.
I need them flowing out of the top
yes,
of the
I need a
helmet.
whole bouquet of French fries.
DeMarco.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I know. Good for you.
Not an ice cream, not a hot dog, not zero. Nothing.
I'm not.
Zero.
Well, you're not helping with the Ohtani tax. You should
I-
kick in when you're there. You know, a
That's
little bit.
probably
Yeah,
true.
buy a dog or two. Right.
That's probably
I think
true.
the ticket prices themselves are doing fine.
Look,
with that.
I'm not saying that they're not. They're flush. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it was it was great. So you
There you
asked
go.
about Kirk Gibson.
Yeah. Gibby coming out was awesome. That had to be awesome for you. 67, right? Because I did go look. How old is Gibby now?
Is he 67?
He's 67 years old.
He's dealing with Parkinson's. He has Parkinson's.
okay.
And so he's fighting the fight.
Okay. I didn't know about the Parkinson's.
Yeah.
Okay. That answers my question.
Yeah, so the Dodgers, we've talked about this with the Lakers before. I don't know if we talked about it specifically with the Dodgers before. The Lakers are really good at events, like special nights, like a retired jersey, a milestone achievement. Like they're very good at statue and like they're good at rolling out the red carpet.
Bro, right there with you.
Okay.
Yes, different level.
Different level.
Yeah.
The Dodgers absolutely nailed it yesterday.
Yeah.
It was a 10 out of 10. And I'll just kind of
Are they
interrupt
usually
me
not
you
good
want.
at things like that? You got so many legends.
That's not what I'm saying.
I'm
I'm saying yesterday they absolutely nailed it. This
yeah.
is really the first thing that I've seen them do like this in person. I've seen it on TV and stuff, but this was the first time I've gotten a chance to see it up close and personal. So it starts with it's opening day, so they line the teams up on the foul lines and they go through the staff and they're introducing everybody, and then they go to kind of a red carpet event, a blue carpet because Dodgers, and so the players as they're being introduced, they walk in from center field. Everybody gets their own little standing ovation, to varying degrees of reception, all positive.
Yeah.
But when Clayton Kershaw comes out, it's a bigger roar, and then when Ohtani comes out, it's a bigger roar.
I hate that game though.
What do you mean?
When you're judging the applause.
Well,
because the player hears it.
Of course they do. But DeMarco, hold on a second.
It's earned.
Do you think that Mookie Betts and Ben Kasparius are going to get equal responses?
No, but you should be equally as loud for everyone.
They were not,
Yes.
nor should they be. Mookie Betts has earned, I'm going to stand on my tiptoes and cheer and jump up and down. And Ben Kasparius is politely, thank you for your service.
Right. That's exactly what that was.
It's a little different.
Yes.
So
Okay.
they bring all the players out.
Yeah.
They're all lined up on the line. It's awesome. And then all of a sudden, here comes Ice Cube from center field in the lowrider with the World Series trophy. And it's awesome. And he drives along the warning track and comes up, takes the World Series trophy out of the front passenger seat, walks over, puts it on the table in front of Dave. Awesome. Then they go to Josh Groban singing the national anthem.
Wow.
Okay?
Yeah.
Josh Groban's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Right? Like he's a big
Voice
name.
of an angel.
Voice of an
Yeah.
angel. He sings the national anthem, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Then you get the 4 F-18 flyovers. Whoosh,
Wow.
It shakes the zip. Awesome, right? And then the first pitch of the game, they bring Joe Davis out, who is as good at that as anybody is. And they have this montage of Freddie Freeman's home run intermixed with Kirk Gibson's home run.
Yeah.
And during the call, you hear Vince Scully, in the year of the improbable, the impossible happened. And you hear Freddie meet Gibby. And Freddie is out there with his family and his children and his wife
Are
and
you
his dad.
a beer in at this moment?
I am.
Okay, so you're starting to get a little emotional.
DeMarco, yeah.
I know, I'm with you.
honestly.
Yeah, you're starting to get
honestly,
warm on the inside, too. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so Joe Davis is out there welcoming everybody. They thank Freddie again for the great moment. They show it again. And then he says, let's make it official. Freddie, meet Gibby. And here comes Kirk Gibson out of the dugout, walking towards Freddie Freeman. And they embrace.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of not dry eyes.
I was going to say, was anybody crying?
Yeah,
I bet
it was.
they were.
I
Okay.
mean, it was an incredibly emotional thing. And
Did they have a catch?
They went out and
they
had
have a catch? Why would you
first
say that?
pitch, and it was just
That's
awesome.
special. That is special.
It was. They didn't miss a trick.
No, just do me a favor. Once this becomes like Apollo 13, like you've been to space a million times, and you're doing this 3 and 4 times.
Okay.
Don't forget this moment and how special it is.
It was really
Don't
cool.
lose this emotion right here.
I swear to you. I swear to you. I don't try to be cynical. I really don't. I just life, everything.
Yeah.
Just, unfortunately, my factory settings are a little cynical.
Okay.
They just are.
Yeah.
I wish they weren't, but they are.
Cautious.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cautious.
Yeah.
Good word.
Somebody's got to know where the fire extinguisher is.
It was lovely, and I don't have a better word for it. It was just lovely.
You said lovely.
and wonderful, and just
You can't say lovely in sports.
it was perfect.
I
It
bet
were
it
these
was.
two guys that
Yeah.
had a very specific moment. They're sharing it together in front of some of the best fans that any team
Yeah.
has, in front of a full house, and it was perfect.
That's awesome. Beautiful. You couldn't have said it better. Like I said, I can't help but thinking, because after the game, when you win again, and the reasons you won is because of all the stars we've been talking about leading up till opening day.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about this as this whole ceremony and this emotional moment is going on. You're going to be doing this again. That's really soon.
Hey.
Yeah.
I hope that next time is as good as this time.
Ice Cube,
I hope
don't put
so.
the car away. Okay?
It
Keep it outside.
And, you know, it's funny. And look, I'm a native Angelino. You know, I love Los Angeles. It's home to me. It means something special to me. But you kind of look around and the blanking star power that this town can roll out when it wants to roll it out. Like just flat out star power.
That's the thing about Ohtani. Even the megastars in this town want to go see him.
Sure.
And guess what? He delivers.
Yep.
Yes. This is opening day. It's Ohtani. I'm buying a ticket to see him do something. Bang, there it goes.
And
right there.
It's not his first game at Dodger Stadium. It's not his first season at Dodger Stadium. Like, I don't want to say it's become commonplace, but he's played 100 games at Dodger Stadium so far. It's not like he comes out of the dugout and stands on deck, and every head, whoop, like there he is.
He's a giant.
And all eyes on him.
Yep.
And until he's back in the dugout, you're watching him take his lead off of first base. You're watching him adjust his jersey. You know, he's still one of my favorite Ohtani things ever is before the first at bat of a series, he makes eye contact with the opposing manager and gives him a little head tap, like acknowledgement, a little bow.
Yeah.
And he won't get in the box until the guy kind of like.
Oh, really?
It's a wonderful
a sign
Ohtani
of respect
thing.
too.
I'd play games with that then. I wouldn't give it back to him.
Then he's going to win. He's Ohtani. He's going to win.
You made him mad, dummy.
Just the aura that shoots off that guy is unreal.
I'm seeing the Tom Hanks reaction. Was that Rob Lowe or was that Palinka?
Rob Lowe.
It was Rob Lowe?
Yes.
Kind of similar.
Close enough.
But just the people that live in make-believe, this is reality. This is real what you're seeing, and their mouths drop open. So, I mean, it's how do I say this? When you feel privileged to be in that guy's presence.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's different.
Yeah.
I'm here watching history. Every time he takes an at-bat, every time he takes a step, it's damn near history. And he hasn't thrown pitch one yet, and that's coming.
It's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming. Oh, I forgot two other things that happened.
What?
Bad job. They unveil the flag in center field, the giant 2024 World Series flag, which is the size of this building that we're in right now. Looks great. Then they drop the cover on the 2024 like plaque that's down the right field line commemorating all of their World Series years. And Billie Jean King is there. Magic Johnson is there. It's just the Sandy Koufax is there. It's just this incredible collection of famous people, and not like artificial, like people that have earned their fame. Not people that are
not
famous
front runners
today. Not people that are famous because they did a thing this week. They're
Jake Paul out there with a Lakers jersey.
Really good example.
With a Dodgers jersey.
Really good example. Like Tom Hanks has been in 8 trillion movies. Rob Lowe has been in movies and TV
Hollywood.
shows forever.
Yeah.
Magic Johnson and Billie Jean King, or Magic Johnson and Billie Jean King. Ice Cube is Ice Cube.
Right.
Like just every single it's just a heavyweight.
Yeah.
A heavyweight. It was awesome.
And you share them with the Dodgers. They're all the same.
Yeah.
Those celebrities are all cheering for the same thing you are. It's weird. Yeah. We're in the stands together. I'm not watching you. We're all watching him together. It's different. Yeah.
And it was a great game. And it was a close game. And the Dodgers beat the guy who might be the best pitcher in baseball.
Stand up again. I got a theory. Can we make these cool again? Because remember, we used to wear throwbacks and jerseys and stuff all the time, and it was cool. And then all of a sudden, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this one.
Like New York Undercover days. I want to go back to that when I can wear some jerseys.
I mean, kids in college still wear jerseys all the time.
Well, I'm talking about us.
What do you want to wear? Who would you like to throw on?
I got a Bo Jackson
that
I put away. I got a
football or baseball?
Football.
Okay.
I got a Jim Brown I put away.
Okay.
Yeah, I do have some Dusty Baker stuff I've been dying to wear, but I can't wear that here.
The Giants Dusty Baker?
Yeah, I can't wear that here.
Get a Dodger Dusty Baker.
Okay, I'll do that. But
Yeah.
can we make this normal? Or will you look at me funny if I'm wearing a baseball
I'm
jersey
gonna look at
outside?
you funny for a variety of reasons.
Okay.
but
it became
we
a
won't
faux
put that on
pas.
the
What?
list.
I mean, think of it. DeAndre wears every single team's hat.
Yeah.
That's DeAndre, though.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he can match his shoes, but that's normal to him.
Dude, you know that dude, that influencer guy that does his whole routine? Like he does like more
the
don't
workout
you
guy?
just see DeAndre? I could see
can
him
get
in the
some-
mirror for like an hour with that. Nope, not that one.
I-
Nope, not that hat. Wait, hold on. Check these shoes. No, let's try this one.
John Reed looks pretty good.
Right.
All I'm saying is that when he puts it together, it looks
It
like
works,
it.
yeah.
What's the hack that you were telling me about? You said you had something about a hack.
Parking in the neighborhood.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't ask my friend that.
Yeah.
She absolutely hates it. She can't find parking during the baseball season.
Take it up with the legislature.
MP.
There you
I
go.
looked. There weren't any signs saying don't park here. I parked right there.
That's
Couldn't have
right.
been happier. It's like a 25-minute walk to the ballpark and
nice
back.
walk.
It's
Uphill.
terrific.
Yeah.
Terrific.
See,
Walked
not-
off those.
Tacos.
I had chicharron, chuleta and chile verde, steak picado, and carnitas. And
That's
a
a good-
Modelo.
You know, you can get a whole sampler of this. So they give you mini
Yeah.
tacos. They give you a sampler. Like it's like 12 tacos, I think, or 10 tacos.
These were not samplers. These
These
were
were not.
full
These
size.
were talking.
These were.
Handmade tortillas too, by the way.
How dare you?
Oh,
These are not
so
samplers.
good. Oh, I didn't tell you. So I'm in the line, and Jorge, I don't know how many times we've been there, half dozen or so.
Yeah.
And the guy looks at me and goes, "Hey, good to see you again." I'm like, "I'm naked.
Let's
Let's
do
go.
the usual. That's
Let's
right.
go."
Mr. Hands here.
Yeah,
Mr. Hand is here. I'm telling you, bro. See?
I like it when I'm a regular at a place like that. I like
That's
that.
right.
Don't forget, you can join Cappy, O'Shea Jackson Jr., and producer Lindsay, and Super Bowl champion DeMarco Farr for a special viewing of Monday Night Raw on April 7th at Hollywood Park Casino. There will be one grand prize of a pair of tickets to the big wrestling event in Las Vegas. RSVP for your spot at ESPNLA.com. You must be present to win. You must be 21 years or older to enter. Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room, now open 24/7. Lakers had a heartbreaker slash disaster
No, can we-
slash both.
15 more minutes. I can't talk about this now.
You need 50. Well, you're going to have to wait 45
Talk about the
because
Dodgers
Orel's
some more.
coming up at 9:30.
Okay.
Can you get to 10?
I
Because we got
think
our
so.
draft at
Let's-
9:45.
Let's try it again.
You wanna try it 10 or you wanna try it next?
Next.
Next. That's coming up. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
Collectors, Front Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center on March 29th and 30th.
Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards.
Plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books.
STC, Beckett, CGC, and JSA will be there.
So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. Hundreds of vendors, thousands of dollars, and free prizes. Don't miss it. Front Row Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, March 29th and 30th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to FrontRowCardShow.com.
That's FrontRowCardShow.com.
It's the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event at Cardin Alleyway Hyundai Corona. Get 2.99% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe, Tucson, or Elantra. Plus, drive with confidence with America's best warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, and Hyundai's Assurance Program. Visit us off the 91 freeway or at CardinAlleyWayHyundai.com. On approved credit, 0 security deposit, 72 payments of $1,519 for $1,000 financed. Expires 03/31/2025.
Losing your home in a wildfire is devastating, and the fight for insurance money shouldn't make it worse. Jacob Imrani is helping families impacted by the Eaton fire, suing Southern California Edison, and holding insurers accountable.
First, I didn't know what to do. I heard what you were doing for my buddy by loading his car up. He calls me, he says, "Guess who's loading my car with water? Jacob Imrani." Right. I mean, for real. I said, well, I'm going to talk to Jacob.
Call him at 844-24-JACOB, 844-24-JACOB. Visit him online at calljacob.com, and together we are LA Strong.
Call Jacob. Hey, it's Beto Duran. If you've ever been in a car accident, you know how stressful it can be. My boy Leo and the crew at Active Collision are there for you. They're the experts at taking care of your business. I'm dealing with it right now. Hit and run. The back of my truck was smashed. I thought it was just a simple fix the tailgate. No. Leo said, boom, boom, boom. This is a problem, Beto. Let me take care of it. 626-330-0100. 626-330-0100. You'll get a 50% discount on your deductible when you let them know that 710 sent you. Or check them out on Instagram at active.collision.
Who's cutting down the nets this year? Get in on all the tournament action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest upsets to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems. Listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Dodger legend Orel Hershiser is going to join us in about 10 minutes from right now, about 9:30. Orel will check in with us, talk about opening day, talk about what we've seen through the first part of the season, and always a great conversation with Orel. That's coming up in just a little bit. We've got our draft coming up at 9:45, baseball nickname-related draft.
Or just the names they were given at birth, too.
Or names given at birth. You're right. Enjoyable, comical, funny, unusual baseball names. 9:45. And DeMarco, are you ready?
Did Ron Say have a nickname? Because he should have.
Yeah.
He did have a nickname.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Don't
Penguin.
tell me. Let me write that down.
Yeah, he was the
There
Penguin.
you go.
Because he's a little short, squatty guy.
I identified with him.
Kinda,
Yeah.
It should have been, his nickname should have been Ain't So.
Ain't so.
Say it ain't so.
Say it ain't. Wow.
See, that's the dad joke for today.
I like it. Yes.
That's pretty good.
That's a good
pretty
one.
good.
Yes.
Ron Say, by the way, was really good.
Good player.
Really
Yeah,
good player
good
for
player.
a very long time.
It was just that home run trot that used to get me.
Well, he had very short legs.
Yes, yeah. There's no
yeah.
stride for him.
No. The Penguin. By the way, good nickname.
Yeah.
Probably he didn't probably love it. I don't think, but
I wouldn't
great
say
player.
it to his face. Yeah,
Great player.
Don't call him. Don't call him
face.
Whitey.
Yeah, he was a good player. So I did not see it as it was unfolding. But I've got myself up to speed. And DeMarco, take me through what it was like watching it in real time, because even watching the highlights, I'm like, they're not going to blow an 18-point fourth quarter lead, even knowing that they were going to blow an 18-point fourth quarter lead.
I don't know what movie comes to mind to where you think you've got it. This is all going one way, and then it all comes crashing down in a matter of seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Even you're up almost 20 points. You think, okay, it can't be this good. They're going to make a run, but at least that's enough equity, enough points where you can hold them off. Then you get down to the final minute, and it's a nail biter. 10 seconds to go, you're up by 5. That's a win, damn it.
Should be.
3 seconds after that, you're down 1. 3 seconds after that, you're down 1. And wow. And going back to the other conversations about who takes the last shot, this is what I mean. Who's hot? Austin Reeves was having a day.
Great shot.
He took the moment. There's Luke out there with his hands on his knees. LeBron's watching. He takes it right to the hole, puts them on top. This team has some star power. It really does. They could beat just about anyone if they keep their head about them on defense. If they stop having these little momentary brain farts.
They turn the ball over a lot.
I just did. Yeah. Brain farts. Really. And hurt themselves and let other teams back in games.
Is it a momentary lapse in concentration if you've lost 8 of your last 10, if you've blown big leads in the fourth quarter 3 games in a row?
Yeah.
Is that a momentary lapse, or is that a trend that is extremely problematic?
It's a not a young basketball team. It's a team that's still trying to learn to play together because they haven't had a bunch of floor time together yet.
Okay.
So they're still learning about how to make this thing work, and they're making little stupid mistakes.
That is an optimistic view as I see it from what is taking place. If I'm going back to my factory settings of being pessimistic, this is nothing but red flags shooting off of them for what's coming up in the playoffs.
Guaranteed, both ways. You're good enough to stomp a mud hole in Chicago, and you're also bad enough to let them right back in it.
Yeah, it's if this were just the first time this had happened in a few weeks, you go, it's just a terrible night. LeBron made a bad pass. Guy hits a half-court shot.
Yeah,
what
Bulls got lucky.
Right.
No.
What are you
I mean, but that shot was on the money.
It was perfect.
And he was hot all day.
But it was it's a 50-footer or whatever. So that's not going to go in very often. But the problem isn't that a guy hit a half-court shot on you. The problem is you gave up 44 points in the fourth quarter. The problem is you had a 18-point lead in the fourth quarter. The problem is you had a 13-point lead halfway through the fourth quarter. The problem is you had a 5-point lead with 12.6 seconds left.
Yeah.
The problem is you let a team that I know Chicago's been hot. They've been better of late than they have been over the course of the season, but this is a middle-of-the-pack Eastern Conference team that has beaten you twice in a week.
Man, well, it goes to JJ, and we keep saying this. This is a JJ thing because it keeps happening. There's a track record of this, and it's happened how many times this month?
It's happened 3 games in a row.
3 games in a row. And he keeps saying the same thing. They keep saying the same thing. They need more practice time together so they can work through this stuff. And I don't know. I mean, you have to depend on your players to make the right moves at key moments, but they obviously need more work together, and you just don't have that time to get together just yet. So you let this one get away, and it was a lucky shot. I'll give you that. Or the guy was hot.
Never should have come down to a half-court shot to beat you. You had an 18-point lead.
If that was to the Lakers' advantage and that was Luka that hit that shot, we'd say, wow.
Sure,
right.
But you would also be you can't blow an 18-point. At least if you blow an 18-point fourth quarter lead, if you blow, to your point, a 5-point lead with 12 seconds left, that is the bigger problem than a guy threw in a prayer.
And it's back-to-back nights, too. They gave up an 18-point lead in the game the night before against the Pacers, and they ended up winning that game, yes, but it had to be almost as lucky as Giddey's shot getting in as LeBron's tip-in with 0.1 seconds left. But the thing to defend JJ about this is that he did design the perfect play to have them win this game. They were up 1 with 3 seconds left on the clock for the Bulls, and the Bulls got, again, a good shot, a lucky shot off. They should have won that game with that play, and that's what JJ thinks. But they didn't close out. They didn't have that defense, and Josh Giddey had a great shot.
I don't know what that inbound was.
LeBron even said, he goes, I just made a terrible pass.
Then that's it. And Austin Reeves, I guess, is doing the right thing by saying I messed it up for LeBron.
They both took ownership of saying we both made a terrible play.
And if I'm that coach, I don't give a damn. We just can't give it up there. I don't care whose fault it was.
Did you see what Giddey said?
What?
Giddey's line made me kind of chuckle when I read it. He goes, I was shocked at how easy it was to steal it.
Weren't you?
Yeah, but you typically don't hear another player say that. Like, it's just like he almost said he just kind of threw it right at me, which he kind of did. But
and the play before too, LeBron had poor defense against the guy that hit it in as well. So LeBron in that series of plays was
LeBron was in no man's land. He didn't go to the other guy and he didn't stay with his guy. He was kind of stuck in the middle between two guys. And
you know what I was thinking really on the real is ball don't lie. And that is exactly right. That whole McAfee thing to the tip in to the win, it kind of evened itself out. Now you are the GOAT, the other GOAT of a game. Yeah, you're the one that blew it after your victory lap yesterday.
That there was a terrible play, but even great players like LeBron James occasionally will make a really bad play, and he did last night.
I can't remember that many great players making bad plays like that at the end. Who threw it away to the Celtics? To Larry Bird.
It was one of the Pistons. I think it was Isaiah Thomas.
Okay, there's one.
Yeah.
Rarely do you see guys make mistakes like that in big moments.
James Worthy did it in the finals.
Did he really?
Yeah.
What did he do?
Yeah, he threw it to one of the Celtics.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Okay, it happens, but rarely, I'm not used to that happening.
No.
Yeah.
It does happen.
You can't do that.
If you play sports, even if you're great at them, you will have bad nights. And last night, LeBron had 2 very bad plays at the end of the game. I'm not as preoccupied with those plays, as bad as they were. I'm not excusing them. It's the trends. It's the fact that they're blowing leads. Like, clearly they're good enough to create these leads, but that they can't hold on to them, I think is
they're
really
not a complete team yet.
Not yet. The Dodgers are. They are 3-0, and we're going to check in with our pal Orel Hershiser coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN, and I went to the game yesterday with my friends from Rotolo Chevrolet, and they're remarkable because they take care of people. Not just because I went to the game with them yesterday, but because they've become friends of mine, and I love telling all of you to go to Rotolo Chevrolet to make sure that you get out there because they're going to take care of you the way they take care of everybody. They're going to take care of you because that's what they do. That's why they've won Dealer of the Year 13 years in a row, over and over and over again, because they just nail it. They got the best selection, they got incredible pricing and customer service that is going to make you think, everything Trav said is exactly right. You're going to feel great about your purchase at Rotolo Chevrolet. So if you've been thinking about a Silverado, if you've been thinking about another Chevy car or truck, no better place to go than Rotolo Chevrolet in Fontana. It's right off the 210 freeway, Sierra Avenue exit. You can't miss it. If Fontana is not in your neck of the woods, that's cool. You can still go to Rotolo Chevrolet online, rotolochevy.com, ROTOLO, rotolochevy.com. And whether you go in, whether you go online, make sure that the folks at Rotolo Chevrolet, Mike Capozio and Eddie and all the great folks at Rotolo Chevrolet know that Travis sent you in. Go check it out.
Join Cappy, O'Shea Jackson Jr., and producer Lindsay, and myself, apparently, for a special viewing of Monday Night Raw. On Monday.
Like it raw?
I guess. On Monday, April 7th at Hollywood Park Casino, and there's going to be one grand prize winner who's going to win a pair of tickets to the big wrestling event in Las Vegas. You know which one that is?
I have a sense of which one
We
it
can
is.
play the song, because I don't think that we'll get in trouble if we play the official song.
Okay.
RSVP now for your spot at ESPNLA.com. Must be present to win, which means you're going to have to be in the house at HBC. ESPNLA.com. Must be 21 years or older to enter. Park Party and Play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. Now open 24/7. We'll see you there on April 7th for Monday Night Raw.
Or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Hey, it's producer Lindsay, and you know I'm a huge wrestling fan. Join Cappy, O'Shea Jackson Jr., and me to watch Monday Night Raw on April 7th at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. We'll have ticket giveaways and a grand prize of 2 tickets to the Ultimate Wrestling event on April 19th in Las Vegas. Your attendance is your raffle entry. Plus, get a bonus entry when you RSVP at ESPNLA.com. But you must be present to win. See you Monday, April 7th at Hollywood Park Casino. Visit ESPNLA.com for details.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now, but I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code LEARN for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code LEARN for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code LEARN.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
This feels like Dodger Stadium all over again. We're going to talk with our pal Orel Hershiser in just 1 second. Very quickly, we'll talk about this coming up in a sec. The Memphis Grizzlies have fired Taylor Jenkins as the head coach of their basketball team. Lakers play there tomorrow. There's only a handful of games left of the season, so weird. We'll pick that up.
There's the basketball guys again.
Just a couple of minutes. Orel, happy belated opening day to you. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing great. I'm happy to be on your show. I was sitting here on my couch with my feet up and noticed that my left sock was on backwards. So I'm glad to be with you guys.
How do you get a sock on backwards? Does your foot go the wrong way?
No, you know how you see the seam around your toes and you go
Inside out.
okay. Yeah, it's inside out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, not backwards. Yeah, I didn't put the heel over my.
I'm like,
Or we were worried about you for a minute.
You're a professional athlete. How did you put your sock on backwards?
Well. Here we go.
Wow.
So, DeMarco and I, we were opening the show talking about the ceremony before the game yesterday. You and I got a chance to wave at each other briefly yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And just, for me, seeing everything we saw yesterday, the flag, the plaque, the parade, the trophy, Freddie and Kirk Gibson, one of your old teammates, it was incredibly emotional just as a Dodger fan to watch it. What was it like for somebody you who is a part of the team, teammates with Kirk Gibson? What did it feel like for you?
I have mixed emotions because you have the fan part, the broadcaster part, and then you have the player part. So when I'm sitting there enjoying all the pageantry and every single celebration, I do also start worrying about everybody's hamstrings. Are they getting tight? How long do you stand on the line? Do you have to jog in from center field? The next ceremony. I'm so glad I got to hang with Gibby down under in the bunker because they were hiding him because it was a top secret surprise for about 45 minutes. So it was great to see him. He flew out from Detroit. We're playing the Tigers. We get to hang together. It was a fantastic day for Dodger fans, and they got another one to look forward to today with the ring ceremony.
Yeah.
How do you think the players handled it? What do you think of the win?
I think, we really showed that we don't have to be at our best to still beat people at the big league level. I mean, the Tigers are an up-and-coming team. They had a great finish to last year, made it to the playoffs for the first time in 10 years. They had their ace Cy Young Award winner on the mound, and the Dodgers had to go through all the distractions of an opening day. Yes, it's a celebration. Yes, it's amazing. But think about, I never liked pitching on opening day because it was like the hardest day of the year to get your game face on. There's just so much going on around you. You can block out fans. You can block out bad things. You can block out weather. But it's hard to block out a celebration about you and your team. And so it's a very hard day to get your game face on. But I think they handled it well. They came away with a victory.
Did you pitch opening day in 1989?
I can't remember. No, because my elbow had scarred down, and Tommy said, you want, and I said, Tommy, I got to wait. This thing is not doing well from all the innings the year before. And then, my most infamous opening day was to open up the Marlins in Miami and pitch against Charlie Huff, who got a hit off me, the oldest guy to get a hit off of me. And we were swinging at that butterfly knuckleball, and I was I was overthrowing my sinker, and it was straightening out. And I don't know if I gave up 7 or 8 runs. The most embarrassing thing, other than the results of the game in Miami, was the next day I came in to start my workouts, and my whole locker was filled with Miami Marlin memorabilia they wanted me to sign.
That's a tough day.
All the opening day baseballs, opening day programs, opening day this, opening day that. Will you please sign all this for the organization? So, yeah, thanks a lot. It was great.
Orel Hershiser joined us here. Orel, so you mentioned it, and I'm sure you've talked about it a ton. I know DeMarco and I have talked about it a ton, just the assembly of talent on this team. But watching it yesterday, and you mentioned it a second ago, like Tarek Skubal might be the best pitcher in baseball. It's not a ridiculous statement. He's that good. And the Dodgers didn't look great yesterday. There's a bunch of guys on base for the Tigers. Like, there was a bunch of traffic, and it's not like they lit up the scoreboard, but they beat the best pitcher in baseball, arguably, without playing all that well. And it just speaks to just so many different guys can get you. It was Edman. It was Teoscar Hernandez. It's just, take me through the thought process of, if you were trying to pitch this lineup, where do you catch your breath if you're pitching against a team that's this deep?
Yeah, it's really deep. It means you can't make many mistakes. Certain 3 hitters in the lineup, you better pitch really well usually, and the others you can make mistakes and still get out. This lineup, you can't do that. It's probably 6 or 7 hitters that you can't make mistakes, and 1 or 2 are off their game. but it just shows how high their floor is. Their floor is really high. They're going to get a lot of wins this year from their floor. And when they're at their peak and they're clicking on all cylinders, the score might be 17-0. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, they're going to buck trends. Like the Tigers last year, lost very few games where they were ahead. Well, they were ahead yesterday 2-1. They lost very few games where they out-hit the opponent. They were a 900 winning percentage when they out-hit the opponent. Well, they out-hit the Dodgers. Guess what? The Dodgers bucked that trend and beat them. The Dodgers are going to do that most of the year because there's going to be a portion of their team, either that they perform at their floor, which is very high, or a portion of their team that just excels. So the starting pitching might excel. Like in Tokyo, the relief pitching might excel. The offense might explode. I think it's 9 out of the last 11 runs the Dodgers have scored have been from the home run. So that's kind of carried them. And they're 3-0 and they've been out hit twice.
Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy.
So it is. So it's just showing you they're kind of playing at their floor right
Stop
now.
smiling, Travis. Stop. I'm not even looking at you. Stop smiling. So funny. It's just like anything. The biggest gun wins. You got to be accurate. I just got to get close, and I can still win. What did you think of Snell yesterday? Because it was great. I'm with you. Ohtani always delivers, but I was more interested in what Snell was going to give you on the mound. What'd you think?
Well, last year, he was a late sign, didn't have any spring training, got off to a very slow start first couple of months, and then was himself the second half of the season. I thought he looked poised. I thought he looked in shape. I thought he looked ready to go. He was his typical self as far as, being effectively wild, sometimes being in jams created by himself, but figured out ways to get it done. And I think he's just a guy that loves to live on the edge. And I don't mean the edge mentally or the edge in the game. I mean the edges of the plate. I don't think he throws the ball down the middle and hopes it moves. I think he's more of a guy that he's trying to make like the precise pitch an awful lot. And when you do that and it's just, 3 to 6 inches off the plate, his spray pattern was very good. His edge percentage yesterday was off the charts, which means he was throwing a lot of competitive pitches. But the Tigers did a nice job of staying disciplined.
Orel, when you were playing, and maybe you're typical, maybe you're atypical, I don't know, but when were you sharpest? Obviously, coming out of spring training, you're not fully stretched out maybe the way that you would be in the middle of the season. At the end of the season, you've pitched a bunch of innings, maybe some fatigue starts to set in. When is a pitcher at his sharpest over the course of 6 months of regular season baseball?
Well, first and foremost, do not tell Tommy Lasorda that you're not ready to go 9 on opening day. Okay? You just don't. Hey, Skip, I want to ease into the season.
Sure.
Maybe 5 or 6 today would be good. Keep it around 85 pitches. Thanks, Skip. All right, I'm going to go out there now. It's like, are you serious? You can't even think about having a conversation with him like that. So it's a completely different roster. It's a completely different expectation.
Sure.
We have 13 pitchers on the roster, and plus Ohtani at 14, listed as a DH. So the expectation is a little lower. I think up and running and ready to go, I think the staff is. I think, is there some overall long-term plan for each pitcher and how many innings and how we want to push them at certain points in the season? Yeah. But I think for Blake, if you looked at our whole rotation, if you looked at the whole staff, Blake's the one where they're going to take the blanket off of him and put the saddle on and say, let's go. So I think the reason he went a little shorter than maybe expected, and you think, oh, that's just spring training, we're only going to throw him, 92 pitches, I think it was, or something. I think it's just more like the effectiveness and a little bit of the effectively wild. But, he comes away with a W, first time in a Dodger uniform at Dodger Stadium. I think it was a very successful day for him.
Travis, what am I looking at when Ohtani hits that home run?
The best baseball player you've ever put your eyes on before.
Of where he hit it from what side of the plate. Isn't that odd, right?
That's a lot of power.
That's a lot of power,
yeah.
Right? Or am I wrong about that? I mean, this looks weird going there from there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, from your profession, it's like a quarterback that can thread the needle and it's going 100 miles an hour with the football, and you're like, how did he make that throw? I mean, we've seen that, right? So how does he make that swing and hit it like that, like a right-handed pull hitter? I was sitting next to a friend of mine in the front row, very fortunate to be his friend and to sit in the seat every once in a while, Rich Robbins. He's a Dodger fan from San Francisco that grew up in New York.
Wow.
So, and he has season tickets in the front row at Dodger Stadium. Amazing man. So he turns to me as Ohtani walks to the plate and he goes, Orel, isn't it a different sound when he hits it? I go, yes, it is. It's a different sound than almost everybody in the big leagues. And it's a consistent different sound. And then all of a sudden he gets the base hit ground ball to second base that's hit so hard that it goes through the second baseman. He gets the opposite field home run late. And that sound just reverberates in Dodger Stadium. It's a different swing. It's a different impact. And it's very consistent.
Make the sound if you can. I love this. What does it sound like?
Make the sound.
It sounds like a
You're
car
talking to a
crash.
guy who put his socks on backwards.
I'm just curious.
You know,
Yeah,
like when you're like on the freeway or whatever, and you hear two cars run into each other, that crunch.
Yeah,
it sounds like that.
Like that?
It
Okay.
just this.
Wow, look at the production right now. You guys have that sound? Oh, my
How
gosh.
about that? What's going on at?
I think it needs to be louder.
Yeah, there we
There
go.
we go.
That's better. What's
Yeah.
going on at Legends Attic the next couple of weeks and months?
Oh my gosh, I'm about to get off the couch, get in the car, and go out to Legends Attic right now. We've got Joe Kelly there today.
Oh, hey.
So, and my partner, Eddie Alizadeh, he has hired a mariachi band for an hour.
right.
Mariachi
And
Joe.
we're going to have some mariachi jackets out there for him. So it's going to be a fun day. Joe is very, very popular. I think he's still looking to pitch. He's keeping in shape, and so it's going to be nice to visit with him. And fans have bought tickets to get his autograph and pictures and hang out a little bit. So, yeah, he's going to be out there a couple hours at it. Legends Attic. I'll be going down the 210 freeway here in a little bit, getting off at Fruit Street, going to Foothill, cutting down there. I love Elvira's near us, the Mexican restaurant. It's ridiculous. And then I will leave that around 12:45 or so and get to the stadium around 1:45, prep for the game, and get to finally do a broadcast. I didn't get to go to Tokyo, and ESPN did yesterday, but I'm looking forward to being on the air tonight.
Well, we will certainly be checking it out. If you are in and around the Claremont area, go check out Legends Attic and see Mariachi Joe. Orel, always a pleasure.
Yeah.
Look forward to running into you soon. Thank you.
All right, DeMarco, take care, buddy.
Thank you,
See you,
sir.
Trav.
I used to hate that
All
when
right,
you
man.
put your
Take
socks
care.
inside out and you go out and play.
Well, when he said backwards,
Yeah.
I'm like, well, your foot won't go through the heel.
I was worried for a minute. Like, how backwards inside out? But you ever done that?
Oh, inside out.
Inside
sure.
out, and you put your shoe on and it hurts all day?
Can I ask you a weird
Yeah.
question? Okay,
What?
Susan thinks I'm a lunatic for doing this. When I take off the clothes that I've worn for the day,
Yeah.
socks, everything,
Yeah.
I make sure everything is the right side in.
Oh, do you?
So that way I don't have to unfold it when it comes out of the laundry.
What's the question?
Like, is that normal?
Yeah, it's
Weird?
normal.
Okay,
Yes,
'cause
that's
she just
good.
throws everything in, like socks come in inside
It's
out.
efficient.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
there you go.
just want to have it ready to go.
Now, every now and then, if it's new, you might want to wash it inside out if you want to, But if it's old,
Yeah,
stuff,
just to make sure it's ready to go.
I got you. Good stuff. You're not
what
crazy.
Orel said and what you asked about Ohtani's home run, the only other player that just you could have your eyes closed and go, oh, that's Ohtani. Albert Pujols used to hit the ball like that. Like, oh, that's Pujols. You didn't even need to see
Yeah,
it.
you could
just,
hear
oh,
it.
That's Pujols. Only Pujols makes that sound.
Right.
And Ohtani is the next guy that, oh, that's an as hard as Freddie hits the ball, as hard as Mookie can hit the ball, Max Muncy can hit the balls, 500 feet. Ohtani's different.
It looked like a freaking golf shot. That's what it looked like.
It
really did. Like you're slicing it over there,
That's
and
exactly what it
and
was.
you're a hitter.
He hit a big high fade
right
into left field.
That doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't, and you just don't see guys that have oppo power like that very often.
Yeah, like
And
I said,
just something else.
Just remember the feeling, because just don't let it become old hat. You got the best player in the world playing for you right now.
A lot of other really good ones, too. ESPN LA is proud to partner with Children's Hospital Los Angeles' Make March Matter campaign. Visit 710forchla.com to make a donation and support CHLA's efforts in helping kids get the breakthrough care that they need. Make sure to visit 710forchla.com today to make a difference. And you only got a few more days to bid on this stuff. It's through the end of the month.
All
so
right.
if you are interested, 710forchla.com. Thanks again to our pal, Orel Hershiser.
Yes,
Always great to
that was
talk
Orel
with him.
Hershiser, by the way.
I know.
That was Orel Hershiser. Did you guys know that was Orel Hershiser?
It was funny. So
yeah, the pitcher, the Dodger. That's who we just talked to.
This is my fault, but the next time it's going to be your fault.
What?
Okay, you ready?
What?
Orel Hershiser hit 367 one season.
We should ask him.
Okay. And I
Yeah.
keep wanting to ask him about that.
Yeah.
And I keep, because he comes on and so many other thoughts kind of race through my head.
Yeah.
I want to talk to him about that. He was a
when you
really
ask
good
him,
hitter.
pretend you're surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you hit 367 and
How
just
did
wait.
you hit 360?
Right.
One of those? Yeah. How did that ever happen? He was a really, really good hitter. Our snake draft is coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Tune in next week for the Rigger Lie of the Day giveaway. ESPN LA and Rigger are giving you the chance to win a signed pair of AR2s from Austin Reeves. Each day, Monday through Thursday, listen to Mason and Ireland to catch the lie of the day. If you're correct, you'll qualify for the grand prize and win a $50 gift card code to Rigger.com. Friday, one lucky qualifier will win the grand prize. A signed pair of AR2s from Austin Reeves and Rigger. Don't miss your shot. Listen, call in and win. Rigger, where performance meets passion. Next week on Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
The countdown is on. In just 5 days, LAFC battle Inter Miami.
In the CONCACAF Champions Cup quarterfinals from BMO Stadium.
Point on of black and gold. The two biggest clubs in MLS.
And some of the biggest soccer icons around the globe. Giroud,
Messi,
Lloris,
Suarez,
Bouanga,
Busquets.
LAFC versus Inter Miami.
Oh my goodness, Denny! 5 days away.
And you can live it all here on 710 ESPN.
And the ESPN LA app.
818-917-5256 or AvnerGat.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gat. Your claim, our game.
Who's cutting down the nets this year? Get in on all the tournament action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest upsets to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems. Listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
It's a snake draft.
It is a snake draft. It's 9:45-ish on a Friday.
Ish.
And after yesterday's amazing win by the Dodgers, I thought it'd be fun to draft silly baseball names or just
Love
your
it.
favorite baseball names.
Love it.
Because I think baseball is the sport that's most rife of silly names
Yes.
because it's been going on since the 19 or even earlier than that
1800s.
all right, so our order is going to be Jorge, DeMarco, Emily, Travis.
Boo.
3 each, 12 total.
Why are you booing?
That's all that can fit on the graphic, right,
Oh.
Anthony? Thank you.
See.
Okay, so Jorge, you're up first. What is your first
All right,
name
so
off the board?
So this guy played for the Angels, the Brewers, the Athletics, and his name is Jason Junk.
Jason Junk. Oh, what a great name.
That's a good
Jason
name.
Junk. I like
That's
that
a
name.
really good name.
What's his stats? How do you play?
Who
What up,
cares?
Junk?
He's got a funny name. What up, Junk? Exactly.
Dude, Junk's on the mound tonight.
Junk in the trunk.
Yeah,
Yes,
Junk's
sir.
up to bat.
Was he any good?
Who cares? It's a funny name.
What's
Who
up?
cares?
Yeah, that's
Junk-
I mean,
great.
Junk
because
goes
if you
yard.
stink and your name is Junk,
Yeah.
you know? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not
Junk's junk.
good.
Yeah. All right, yeah, so DeMarco, you're next.
These are all the ones I can remember. It's always a cool name. I don't know why he got it, but I'd never heard of another name like this. Remember Oil Can Boyd?
Oh, no.
Isn't that a great name? What? Is that bad?
No, Travis wanted to take that
Oh,
so
my bad.
badly.
Oh, I'm
no,
sorry.
you're taking it.
Okay, so I got a thing with this. Wait, hold on.
I know why he was called Oil Can. Keep going.
Do you really?
Yes.
Is it something
Just-
bad?
Just go. Just
Okay,
go.
because I have a cousin that used to date this guy. That's how I know Oil Can Boyd.
Oh, you know that oil can then.
Do I want to know what this is, Travis?
It is what you think it is.
Your cousin is well aware of the oil can.
I had no idea. I don't want to know. He came into our house. We were like, we met this guy. I don't want to know. Move on. Stop. This is my cousin. Stop. Stop.
Nickname him Oil Can.
She basically raised me. I don't want to hear it. Stop.
All
Let's
right, so my pick is
I
going.
hate that you took Oil Can Boyd. I hate
It's
it.
a cool name.
It's
Oil
the best.
Can
It was going to be
Boyd.
my first
Oh,
pick.
my bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, he was very excited to take Oil Can.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to take, how could we forget this guy? He played for 4 major league teams from 1886 to 1890. Put up those stats, I guess. He played for the Philadelphia Quakers, and then Philadelphia Athletics, and the New York Giants, and the Rochester Broncos. It's Cannonball Titcomb. Oh, what a guy. What a guy.
I'm sorry. His name is what?
Cannonball Titcomb.
Oh.
And he died 2 days before my birthday, or 2 days after my birthday.
Oh.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Mr. Titcomb.
Oh, what a guy. What a guy. All right. Travis got 2.
All right. Well,
And also your nickname being Cannonball is quite the name as well.
Oh, my God.
pretty great. DeMarco hijacked my first pick. Good
I'm
pick
sorry.
by you. No, it's a
Okay.
good job. First pick that I'm going to take is his given name is Travis Hafner, but that's not what they called him. Travis Hafner was played for the Cleveland Indians for a long period of time, and his nickname was Pronk.
Pronk?
Pronk. And the reason he was nicknamed Pronk was a combination of 2 other nicknames that he had. One of them was because he was a young, raw player, that he was a project.
Okay.
So he was a project. That's the part of Pronk.
Onk.
Donkey is the second part of Pronk.
Pronk.
I'll leave it up to you why they wanted the word donkey in there. So they called him Pronk.
Oh, my
So,
God. The
full
Cannonball
name,
and Pronk
what's
together.
the something,
Yes.
Pronk something?
Yeah.
Pronk Hafner is my first choice.
He should have married Titcomb's sister.
There you go. My second nickname
Yeah.
is Hall of Famer and somebody that played very well for a very long time and has a great nickname, the Big Hurt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Frank Thomas, the
yeah.
Big Hurt.
The big
so
dude.
I will take Frank, the Big Hurt Thomas. Yeah.
Hard to get any better than that.
I'll take him.
Yeah. The Big
But
Hurt.
now he's on Nugenics.
Yeah, he is on
He can
Nugenics.
sell you on that as
He's
well.
still hurting people.
Also another.
But
also,
And she'll love it too.
And
Stop!
They didn't,
That's what they say.
Come on.
They didn't put that in there
Nope.
on accident,
Come on.
and he's the spokesperson,
Big Hurt.
not on accident, and he's not named the Big Hurt just because he hit home runs.
And he
What?
is selling it.
Yes.
Also, Nugenics. I don't know. I think your name sounds too familiar to another thing that I think you might not want to be associated with. So maybe let's not do that one. All right. So my next pick. Who am I gonna pick? I'm gonna go with. He is currently coaching in baseball. He is with the St. Louis Cardinals, and he played 1 year also for the Cardinals in 2001. So you might have been around at the same time as this guy. DeMarco, I'm going to go with Stubby Clapp.
Stubby!
Stubby
Yes,
Clapp
Stubby!
is my next pick.
Stubby Clapp.
Shut out.
Look, you don't want either one of those
Wait
names.
a minute. There's the theme here.
You
Okay.
don't want to be Stubby or Clap.
Oh.
You really don't want to be Stubby Clap. That's
I don't
a
want
bad
any part
name.
of that name.
Yeah.
Any part of that
His name is
name.
Richard. So his
Don't call me Stubby. Okay,
Right.
Clap.
Clap.
Don't call me Clap.
Not working either.
his given name on his birth certificate is Richard Keith Clapp. Go by Keith, but nope, Stubby
Don't
Clapp.
Stubby. Interesting.
Yeah, that's,
Oh, my God.
Baseball players are kind of a singular track when it comes to nicknames.
All right, DeMarco.
I don't know if it sounds like his real name, and it's a name that I've known forever, and I associate with baseball and a mustache. Catfish Hunter.
Great one.
Yeah, I mean, right?
Great one.
Catfish Hunter. I
Yeah.
think that is
It's
one
a
of the
great
best nicknames of all time.
He's a good pitcher, too.
I don't even. What's his real name?
Jim.
Jim. Okay,
Yeah.
Jim Catfish Hunter.
Yeah.
See, Dad, I thought that was his real name.
Yeah.
There you go.
It said Catfish on his baseball cards.
Right, Catfish
Yeah.
Hunter. Great name. Yep.
Jorge, you have 2.
Okay, so I'm looking at the list here. They're all pretty funny. I'm going to go with a 1970s first baseman from the Chicago Cubs, Pete LaCock.
Pete LaCock. I have a Pete LaCock note.
I don't know what to say.
Okay, there's two. So
It's just a name.
Pete LaCock was there. Okay, 2 things about Pete LaCock.
No.
Pete Lecoq played for the Royals in 1978. Okay, and you guys know I'm a baseball card kid.
Yes.
And the baseball card of Pete Lecoq
Don't say
was
his name
very similar
again.
to the baseball card of George Brett. So as you're flipping through your cards, and you would think you had a George Brett, and it's like, no, it's a Pete Lecoq. This really is not what I was looking for at all. So you'd get a million Pete Lecoqs
You
and
never wanted
get a
the
George
Lecoq.
Brett. So your collection had a lot of Lecoqs in it. Pete Lecoq is also, remember Hollywood Squares, the game show, DeMarco?
Excuse me?
Do you remember Hollywood Squares?
I do remember Hollywood Squares.
Do you remember the host of the original Hollywood Squares, Peter Marshall?
Yes.
Okay.
I think, yes.
That's Pete Lecoq's dad.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got another one, Jorge.
Please.
This one's labeled as the Kansas City Star.
Oh, boy.
Kansas City Rusty Cunt.
No!
Cunt spelled K-U-N-T.
First of all, it's Kuntz.
Oh, sorry.
But it's K-U-N-T-Z, and how dare you?
Hey, ESL for me, my man. Cunts.
No, man, how dare you? I lost Oil Can and Rusty Kuntz. This is terrible news.
Let's make sure to say Kuntz.
Yeah. This sucks. I was so excited to do this. Oh, man. That's a great pick by you.
Thank you, Mr. Kuntz.
All right, DeMarco, your pick.
Senor Kuntz.
Oh my God,
amigo.
How do you follow that? I'll try. Look, it might be one of the most vilified names because Barry doesn't have one. Barry Bonds doesn't have a nickname, right? But this other guy does, and he is just as vilified and locked out of baseball forever. And he's one of the greats. You can't tell the story of baseball without Rocket. Without Roger Clemens.
Yep, great nickname.
The greatest nickname just ever. For a pitcher, his name is Rocket, and he pitched that way.
Yes, he did.
Oh, my God. And it may be coming right under your chin.
No, he was a mean son of a gun.
Mean cuss,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
A mean cuss. Rocket, Roger Clemens.
All
Rocket.
right.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
My last pick is going to be a guy, again, who could forget a baseball player in 1917 for the Cubs, 1918 for the Phillies, and then 1919 to 21, the St. Louis Cardinals. Pickles Dillhofer.
That's a great name.
I love Pickles Dillhofer.
Pickles Dillhofer.
He is William Martin Pickles Dillhofer.
Yeah.
You know he can lay down a bunt.
Yeah, Pickles is not
Pickles
the guy
coming up to the
that's
bat.
cranking it into the outfield seats.
he's
Pickles
laying bunts.
is getting,
Yes.
Texas leaguers.
With a great glove.
All right, here's your last one, Trev.
I am so deeply bothered by you and by you because you took Dennis Boyd and you took Rusty Kuntz. I thought for sure I was going to get both of these guys. This kills me.
Yep.
I was so excited to do this. Those are both great picks, and I hate you both. So I got Pronk. I've got the Big Hurt.
Yeah.
I'll take the Big Unit.
Always good. Can't get any better than that.
And it's not just because he was 6'10".
Because he killed a bird?
Sure, among other things. Baseball players aren't super creative, except for when they are. Yeah, that was great. I enjoyed that a great deal.
Good draft, guys.
Nice.
Emily's
And we've also just been pronouncing people's last names and their nicknames. That is what we have been doing, okay?
Indeed.
See,
Heel.
That was great.
Yes.
That was great.
I was going to go with Pudge. I like Pudge.
Pudge is a good one.
Big Mac.
Big Mac's not bad.
I had Stan the Man.
Okay. You got a lot of Cardinals on your list.
Well, it's just the names I can remember.
Yeah.
Scooter? That's New York, right?
Phil Rizzuto?
Phil Rizzuto.
Yeah.
Who's the Iron Horse?
Lou Gehrig.
Lou Gehrig. Thank you very much. Okay.
Here's some other ones I didn't pick was Razor
No,
Shrines.
are you telling me? You're kidding me? No.
Baseball players are not very creative.
God, all this
the
stuff.
Iron Horse was not just because he played every day.
You're kidding me. Oh, my God.
What about Boof Bonzer?
I remember Boof Bonzer. It's just a weird name. Yeah.
John Malarkey? I
like
had
that
on my
one. Don't
list. I
remember
had
him.
Orville Overall.
Orville
That's great.
Overall.
This sounds like a candy bar. Lars Nutbar.
Lars Nutbar.
Yeah, he's still playing.
He's on the Cardinals.
He's playing, yeah.
Goose
that's right.
Gossage, I think is a good
Goose
name.
is a
One.
good one. Goose is
Boog
a
Powell?
Boog.
Yeah, great
Wonderful
name.
Mons. I saw this one
I
pop
don't
up.
know
Yeah.
that. Those are all great. The Memphis Grizzlies, with about 2.5 weeks left in the NBA season, in the middle of the playoff picture, have fired their coach. Lakers play him coming up on Saturday. Stop laughing, DeMarco. It's coming up next.
I'm laughing.
It's Trav DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams.
SGC, Beckett, CGC, and JSA will be there. So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. Hundreds of vendors, thousands of dollars, and free prizes. Don't miss it. Front Row Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, March 29th and 30th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to frontrowcardshow.com. That's frontrowcardshow.com.
The LPGA Tour returns to Los Angeles for the JM Eagle LA Championship, presented by Plastpro, April 17th through the 20th at El Caballero Country Club. Come watch 144 of the world's best female golfers, including standout LPGA superstar Nelly Korda and back-to-back champion Hannah Green. Tickets start at just $25. First responders, military, kids under 18, and those affected by the Eaton and Palisades fires get in free. Get your tickets today at jmeagleLAchampionship.com.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
The countdown is on. In just 5 days, LAFC battle Inter Miami.
In the CONCACAF Champions Cup quarterfinals from BMO Stadium.
Point out of black and gold.
The two biggest clubs in MLS.
And some of the biggest soccer icons around the globe. Giroud,
Messi,
Lloris,
Suarez,
Bouanga,
Busquets.
LAFC versus Inter Miami.
Oh my goodness, Denise!
5 days away.
And you can live it all here on 710 ESPN.
And the ESPN LA app.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Coots.
DeMarco, you still stuck on
Oh
Pete
my
Lecoq's
God.
career?
See?
He had a nice career. Played a long time. Played for the Royals.
You
I think
got
he played
sent
for
home
the
from
Cubs.
school a lot, didn't you? Come on.
It's the man's name.
I know it's his name.
Yeah.
You don't have to keep saying
Son of
it.
Peter Marshall, host of the Hollywood Squares. I remember, so as a kid, whenever the Royals
Oh
would
my
be on
God.
TV,
Yes.
which they were a lot because they were really good in the 70s, in the early 80s. Every time Pete Lecoq would come to bat, they'd be like, you know, his dad's Peter Marshall,
Oh,
host
really?
of the Hollywood Squares. So it's just one of those things that worked its way into my
You know what people
brain.
aren't named anymore?
What?
Rusty.
No, not a lot
I
of
know
Rusties.
a couple of Rusties. I do.
How
But, like,
old
are they young?
I know one old Rusty. He's our age, and he there's a nephew of another guy I know, and he's 5. His name is Rusty.
Oh,
That's his given
okay.
name is Rusty.
He's the young Rusty Clan.
He's
It's
the
a
young
good name.
Rusty.
When you
He
hear-
said what you said. Like he's trying to bring it back. Yeah.
When you hear the name Rusty, what's the first thing that pops into your head?
Rusty
Anything?
Medeiros.
Okay.
The football player. What do you got?
Rusty Griswold from the Vacation
Rusty.
movies.
Oh my God. Yes. Sit
Yeah.
down, Rusty.
Yeah.
Yes.
Settle down, Russ.
Settle down, Rusty. Yes, sir.
ESPN LA is proud to partner with Children's Hospital Los Angeles' Make March Matter campaign. Visit 710-4CHLA.com to make a donation and to support CHLA's efforts in helping kids get the breakthrough care that they need. Make sure to check it out, 710-4CHLA.com. That's 710-FORCHLA.com to make a difference today. We got some people that want to weigh in on some names that we forgot. Let's go to Oxnard and Augie. Augie, you're on with Travis and DeMarco. What's up?
Hey, Trav, what's happening?
How you doing?
Hey, what about John Blue Moon Odom?
Great one. Pitcher
Blue
for the
Moon
A's.
Odom?
Yeah.
Yeah. John Blue Moon Odom.
Don't remember him.
Yeah.
And another one, the Dodgers, we're in Dodgerland, Sweet Lou Johnson.
Oh, I don't know that one. I knew Sweet Lou Piniella.
Oh.
They called him.
They called
Sweet
Lou Piniella Sweet Lou?
Mm-hmm.
Get out
Sweet
of town.
Lou Whitaker for the Tigers.
Yeah.
I like.
Yep. Sweet Lou, number 14, left fielder.
Nice.
There you go.
Always thought it was a cool name.
Thank you,
not,
Augie.
It's not a nickname, but it's always cool. It's one of the first baseball names I remember. Vita Blue.
Great name.
Great name, right?
Great name.
Yeah.
There's Chicken Wolf that I didn't take. That was on my list. There's
Chicken
also
Wolf.
Johnny Dickshot that I didn't take. Would have been fun. That's his last name.
She's not making him up.
Yeah.
He has a baseball reference page.
I would send you guys all to the principal's office. You know what we're doing
For
here.
saying people's names?
Yeah. You know what you're...
Vita Blue
Yes.
not only has a cool name, he was really good.
Super good.
And played forever.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot to mention, too, that Stubby Clapp is Stubby Clapp the third.
Oh,
there's three
he
of them?
comes from a long
Oh
line
my-
of the
a long
Claps?
line of
Yeah, they're all
Claps?
the Stubbies.
The Claps like to
Wait,
go
hold on.
legacy names?
That's the third.
They're the Claps.
Wow.
All right, so let's talk. Lakers, obviously, they had a disaster. I thought it was interesting. Did you see what JJ, how he said the loss last night was devastation?
Should be. Yeah, absolutely.
Devastation is a very severe word.
It's another winnable game you let get away.
Yeah.
And you can't have these. When you go down the list of championship teams, we were talking about the Dodgers and the Yankees. They're going to chronicle the World Series. If you go back and look at, well, that's not true. I can't say that for certain, but you don't have championship teams that do this.
Not frequently.
Time and time again.
Not
right.
frequently.
Not got to have moments when you've got a game in hand and you let it get away for bonehead mistakes. Yeah.
I'm sure you've heard every coach that you've ever played for say this or a version of this. You're going to play the way you practice.
Yeah.
You're going to your habits will show up in the best or the worst moments. If your habits are really good, when stuff gets tight, when stuff gets hard, all of those good habits will be the things that you revert to, right? If your habits are bad, then all of the things in big moments that you revert to will be bad. And that to me is the troubling part of this. Not that Giddey knocked down a 50-footer, which was
hell of a shot.
It's amazing.
Hell of a shot.
But they blew a 18-point fourth quarter lead.
Yeah.
They gave up 44 points in the fourth quarter. 44 points in the fourth quarter. That on the heels of blowing a big lead in Indiana. Now they came back to escape in Indiana because of the tip in at the end. They probably should have won that Orlando game. They let that one slip through their fingers. That this is becoming a habit. This is becoming a trend. And that's troublesome because the better the teams that you play, they're going to play good teams in the playoffs. You can't afford lapses in concentration, bad passes, poor communication, lacking in rotation on defense. And they did all of those things the last couple of nights.
Sometimes, and you know this, sometimes the best medicine is to have something bad happen to you. So you can say, this is why I keep saying it. This is why when we inbound the ball here in these key situations, we've got to be on the same page. And if you're LeBron, don't wait. Make sure he knows what you're doing. Make sure you're clear. You can't have miscommunications at this point in the season, especially at that point in games. That's why it's so infuriating. It is devastating because it blows up everything you've been working for, let alone the standings. Just everything you're trying to do as a basketball team, all the good stuff you've done, you let it slip away. We always say this, right? Winning is great deodorant. It covers up a lot of stink. Losing is the opposite. It exposes everything. So whatever you thought you were going to have, even if you blew an 18-point lead, if you would have hung on to win, had he missed that shot, you won the game. Yeah, you would have felt better about yourself. Now, there's a lot to work on, but at least you have that part. Now you don't even have that, right?
I love that point of had Giddey not knocked down a 50-footer, right? You're like, whoo, won again.
Yep.
Yeah. And as opposed to, hey, what the hell are we doing?
Exactly. So hopefully, this could be another catalyst moment. But
I hope so.
You have to remember they haven't played that much together, and they're still figuring it out. And they're pretty damn good the way they are now. They had this game in hand. They just let it get away.
Yeah, I'm with you right up until that last part. Like they can be good. I don't know if they are good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
they have good players. That they have three really A options at the end of a game is an incredible luxury to have. Like we were talking about it yesterday, like who takes the last shot or who initiates the final play, and is it LeBron or is it Luka? And I don't think there's a bad choice there. I think they're both great choices. Reeves took the last shot and made it, and
hell of a play,
and made an incredibly athletic play to get to the rim. And I think JJ drew it up really well. Like all of that was great, and I don't think anybody was doing, what's he doing? It's like, yeah, cool. Like they have 3 options at the end of the game is great, but you're going to have to stop somebody at some point.
And there's going to be, watching LeBron, watching Luka, just stand there watching him go one-on-one. There's going to be plays off that in the playoffs, just not now. But that is a great option. You have to honor that. When AR gets the ball there in key situations, here's a guy that can beat you. That's going to help you going forward. It just sucks you let it get away. Figured it out about LeBron. We were talking about his game and why he is like, you asked me which superpower I would want. LeBron going to the basket.
Oh, right.
I said Steph Curry shooting threes.
Sure.
LeBron's moves to the hole look like pass rush moves.
They do. That's a good.
He's rushing the passer.
Especially the spin.
Yes.
Especially the spin.
That is a spin move like you see from Jared Verse. I'm like, oh, it makes sense now.
That's exactly what
Isn't
that
it crazy?
That one that towards the end of the game where he went and spun to his right and
unstoppable.
That is a defensive end, an edge spinning off that tackle and murdering the quarterback.
That's what it looks like. Absolutely.
All right, so the Lakers play again tomorrow. They play Memphis tomorrow, and Memphis will have a new head coach. They fired Taylor Jenkins a few minutes ago, and weird. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Next Gen. You know Next Gen, the official air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and electrical team of SoCal sports fans. It is spring, officially and unofficially, right? It means it's time for a fresh start. And did you know that the air inside your house can be 2 to 5 times more polluted than the air outside your house? Dust, allergens, pollutants, they build up in the ductwork and circulate through your home, and honestly, they can affect your family's health. So, Next Gen, they're offering ESPN LA listeners a special spring cleaning deal to help you enjoy cleaner, safer air all season long. And for a limited time, homeowners can redeem a whole home air purifier, a $1,250 value, free with any whole home duct system replacement. So you can remove dust, allergens, pollutants, so you and your family can breathe easier, healthier air every day of the week. And Next Gen makes it super easy for you. They're open 7 days a week, lifetime warranty options available, financing options available, and that incredible 5-star service. So don't wait. Call Next Gen today, 833-3-NEXTGEN. That's 833-3-NEXGEN or nextgenairandplumbing.com.
Tune in next week for the Ringer Lie of the Day giveaway. ESPN LA.
And here with Dawn Wilcox. She is the vice president of the Development Foundation here at Children's Hospital Los Angeles. And Dawn, you're the person behind the Make March Matter campaign. Yes. Tell us a little bit about what it is and what it does.
Yes. So Make March Matter was created to bring businesses in the community together in a way that would allow everyone to support the hospital that means so much to so many people here in Los Angeles. And we saw this opportunity to raise awareness and money for children's health, for Children's Hospital Los Angeles, and businesses just wanted a time of year that they could unite. And so March seemed to be a good month. There's, some nuances to springtime and the butterfly in our logo. And, it just seemed like a great time to bring everyone together and give them ways to give back.
Well, it's a wonderful, idea, and the way it's being executed is terrific. I know us here at ESPN 710 are incredibly excited to be a part of it, to get to auction off some of the experiences, whether it's going on a hike or going bowling or going to games or all the different things. It's just such a wonderful cause, and to get to be able to participate in it is really terrific.
And that is my favorite part about Make March Matter, is that everyone finds a way to get involved, and for ESPN to come and offer these opportunities up as a way to raise money is just incredible. It's creative, it's fun, it gives people a way to make the donation and get something fun in return, and that's really the spirit of the campaign.
And all of the money that's generated during the campaign goes directly here to CHLA.
It does. All the money raised goes to the Children's Fund, which is how we meet the most urgent needs of the hospital as we treat the most complex cases and the sickest kids and the families that may not have the means to cover the costs of that care. That's what the Children's Fund covers, and that's the money we're raising today.
It is a great cause. It is Make March Matter here at Children's Hospital Los Angeles. You can go to 710-4CHLA.com if you'd like to bid on one of the experiences and help a wonderful cause. Thanks, Dawn.
Thank you.
game all season long on Prize Picks, and springtime is here, and that means baseball season is underway, so don't miss your chance to add your favorite players from the diamond in your Prize Picks lineup. Strikeouts, RBIs, first inning runs, take your pick, more or less, for your shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash today. And on Prize Picks, you can mix and match player projections from different sports. Combine your favorite baseball players with guys from basketball, hockey, esports, and a whole lot more. Download the app today and use the code 710 to get $50 instantly after you play that first $5 lineup. That's code 710 for first-time users. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Collectors, Frobro Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center on March 29th and 30th. Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards, plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books. SGC, Beckett, CGC, and JSA will be there. So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. Hundreds of vendors, thousands of dollars in free prizes. Don't miss it. Frobro Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, March 29th and 30th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to FrobroCardShow.com. That's FrobroCardShow.com.
Progressive knows when you're on your boat, you're already on vacation. And Vacation You forgets all your worries. Vacation You doesn't even keep track of time and knows that time is a meaningless construct designed to control us, man. But Regular You knows you don't want to be too far out in the water after the sun goes down because Vacation You doesn't know how to navigate in the dark yet. Vacation You and Regular You really need to get on the same page. So bundle your boat with your home or auto policy and earn an automatic discount from Progressive. And spend the savings on the both of you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Evan Cohen here. Picking a place to build a life is a lot like selecting a draft pick. Make a decision that will set you up for long-term success. Pick Wisconsin. In Wisconsin, you'll find dynamic career opportunities, beautiful seasons, affordable living, and legendary weekends. From its high quality of life and great schools to its fine arts, culinary, and pro sports scenes, Wisconsin gives you so much to look forward to. That's why you should pick Wisconsin. Learn more about making Wisconsin your home. Visit pickwisconsin.com.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
All right, so some breaking big NBA news that's at least tangentially Laker-related. The Lakers play the Memphis Grizzlies tomorrow, wrapping up their road trip so far, the 1-2 on the road trip after the loss in Chicago last night. But the Grizzlies fired Taylor Jenkins, half an hour ago, Em, give or take?
Yeah, and they brought him into the office. They did it in person, apparently, and that's what Shams Charania is posting.
Yeah, I want to read Shams' tweet because I think this is really interesting. This is Shams' tweet just a few minutes ago. Taylor Jenkins was called into the Grizzlies' office this morning and was fired in person, sources tell ESPN. Stunning dismissal. Jenkins now becomes one of the top head coaching candidates for the upcoming cycle. He had a .539 winning percentage as Grizzlies coach.
He was the winningest coach in Grizzlies history.
Okay. The Grizzlies are having a pretty good season. They're in the middle of the pack in the Western Conference. The Western Conference is, to say middle of the pack sometimes implies mediocrity. That's not what this is. Middle of the pack in the Western Conference means you're pretty darn good. And Memphis is having a pretty good season. The Lakers could very easily end up playing Memphis in the first round of the playoffs. To fire your head coach with only a couple of handfuls of game left before the end of the season when you're going to make the playoffs is very peculiar.
Going to make the playoffs? Going to win the championship?
Probably not.
The more you dig into it, there's a lot of stuff coming out now. It says they haven't beat a team above 500 in X amount of days.
Okay.
There's another one about they overhauled his entire coaching staff around him this year. So it seems like something was amiss because it's weird. You just don't fire coaches now.
Not now.
There must have been something coming down the road that we just don't know about.
Something happened.
Yeah.
I don't know what the something is. Maybe it was
there was a scrap on the sidelines. Yeah.
Maybe the owner just finally had that moment where, like, you know what, just do it. I don't know, but you would think with a guy that wins more than he loses, they're going to make the playoffs. No, if the Memphis Grizzlies don't win the championship, nobody's looking at them like they failed. It's not like they're the Celtics or OKC.
Yeah.
Right? they're a middle of the Western Conference
Yeah.
team, making the playoffs and winning around in the playoffs. That's a good season for Memphis.
I mean, where would you put their odds of winning the championship this year?
Low.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's not the threshold for them.
No, but we're not going anyway, and I'm probably going to let you go at the end of the year. Whenever the season ends, you're gone. Might as well do it now.
But couldn't I make the exact opposite argument? Look, we're going to fire you at the end of the season, but there's no reason to change it now.
You know me. I told you if you stink, I'm going to make you ride it all the way out. I'm not giving you a vacation.
Yeah, that's your point, right? Why to fire him and double check this? They have 10 games. I know the Lakers have 9 or 10 left. I'm assuming everybody's kind of right in the same spot. To blow a guy out that's a playoff coach right before the playoffs start is really peculiar.
Okay, so maybe it's teetering. Maybe I'm just guessing. When coaches get fired, usually there's bad juju, bad culture, bad everything. There's infighting. I bet if you dig into it, you'll find some of that in Memphis.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, there's going to be something there. But like I said, if it's bad and the players aren't responding, we can see it. We're going to fire you when this season's over anyway. We might as well start now and get ready for next year.
Yeah.
But you have a better chance to do better this year with your head coach staying.
You would think.
Basically, you're punting on the rest of the season.
Let me throw this in there. There's no way they do this unless Ja Morant gives them a thumbs up to do this. Right, he's their best player. Right,
he's going to be in there somewhere.
I'm not saying that he went in there and said fire this guy. I'm just saying that in the NBA, you don't move off from your coach or onto a new coach without at least a brief conversation with your star player. Now he doesn't get to thumbs up or thumbs down it, but if put it to you this way, if Memphis was like, I think we're going to get rid of this guy. Let's get Ja's temperature on this. You're going to at least take his input.
Yeah. Usually you get fired after blowouts. I remember when Fish got fired here?
Mm-hmm.
You got stomped by Atlanta, and they didn't have their best player. Fired the next day. They just got mashed by OKC. Again, I mean, so here you are, like the Lakers. You're clinging to life.
They're not clinging to life.
But you have a chance to gain in the West, to get a better playoff seeding, or at least keep winning, and you lose again and you get stomped and it's bad already. I might as well just fire you.
Clearly
you're not our guy. That's what I'm.
Clearly not, or else they wouldn't have done what they did. But I don't know if this was a recent result motivated canning. This feels like what happened? Canning. He did what kind of canning? This is not because when you look at it, I agree. They're in the fight the way the Lakers are in the fight, the way Golden State's in the fight, the way that Minnesota, the Clippers, like all those teams are kind of bunched together.
And you're getting blown out. Yeah.
Sure, but they're not. They got blown out last night or the night before, but they're not getting blown out regularly or they wouldn't be in there.
It's almost a playoff matchup, and it's not even close.
But
they beat Utah by almost 40 the night before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It just seems to me this was hold on, what?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, we got to make a change today.
You just don't see this all. Yeah. I'm trying to look at the Memphis Grizzlies head coaches. Wow. He is the oh my God.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my goodness.
That's what I'm saying. There's another component to
this
something
equation. We don't know.
There's
how many games?
They got 10 left.
No,
There's 10 games left.
He's coached there longer than anyone.
Yeah.
Wow, this is a mess.
Your season's not going to get better when you fire your head coach, and then at the end of the season like this.
We'll see, right? Because here's the thing: what if it is? What if all of a sudden
they get better?
What if all of a sudden it looks a lot better?
It might.
The other thing could be just as likely. What if it looks a lot worse?
I guess that is germane to basketball. You fire him, I'll play.
Yeah, there's something else.
Yeah.
We'll see what it is. Hopefully the Lakers can take advantage of it. Lakers get the chance to play them tomorrow. But that is weird at this point in the season. Usually teams that can coaches at this, they're in the lottery. They're not in the fourth position in their
He's going to get another job like that.
Yes. No, he'll be snapped up quick. ESPN LA, proud to partner with Children's Hospital LA. For their Make March Matter campaign, we are auctioning off opportunities like Live Imaging Tuesday for a day alongside none other than Chris Morales. All proceeds donated to CHLA Foundation. Visit 710forchla.com to make a difference today. Only a few days left to bid.
I just want to go back to one more thing. Remember when Imo Udoka was fired 2 days before the season starts?
Yeah.
This reminds me a little bit of that.
And there was stuff.
And Ime ended up going and coaching again. Now is coach of the Rockets and is a very good coach.
And
so it just, there's something there.
coaches get fired in the middle of the season or right before the end of the season if the team sucks. I'm trying to recall the last time a winning coach got fired right before the playoffs. I'm drawing a blank.
I don't know.
Ime Udoka is an interesting one. That was one of those, okay, something's up.
Yeah,
and
it was.
And something was up. And now he's in Houston. And by the way, they're pretty good. He's a pretty good coach. Factor Cap's coming up next. Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The most
Joint copy, O'Shea Jackson Jr. and producer Lindsay and myself, apparently, for a special viewing of Monday Night Raw. On Monday.
I like it raw.
I guess. On Monday, April 7th at Hollywood Park Casino. And there's going to be one grand prize winner who's going to win a pair of tickets to the big wrestling event in Las Vegas. You know which one that is?
I have a sense of which one
We
it
can
is.
play the song because I don't think that we'll get in trouble if we play the official song.
Okay.
RSVP now for your spot at ESPNLA.com. Must be present to win, which means you're going to have to be in the house at HPC. ESPNLA.com. Must be 21 years or older to enter. Park Party and Play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. Now open 24/7. We'll see you there on April 7th for Monday Night Raw.
Scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
It's spring in the Southland, and the season of adventure is here. So why not hit the road in a brand new Kia from Kia of Carson? Whether you want a sleek sedan, a spacious SUV, or the latest hybrid or EV, Kia of Carson has the perfect ride for you. As one of the largest Kia dealerships in the country, we have all the latest tech-savvy vehicles that make the season of adventure more exciting. And Kia of Carson makes car buying easy, fun, and unforgettable. But don't wait. Our spring sales event is happening now. Hurry in today or shop online at KiaofCarson.com. Kia of Carson. Let's get you on the road.
Collectors, Front Row Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center on March 29th and 30th. Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards, plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books. STC, Beckett, CGC, and JSA will be there. So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. Hundreds of vendors, thousands of dollars, and free prizes. Don't miss it. Front Row Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, March 29th and 30th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to frontrowcardshow.com. That's frontrowcardshow.com.
This is John Ireland. You know BBGO. You see their logo on every Lakers jersey, but did you know BBGO is the official game day snack of the Lakers? BBGO promises bold, authentic Korean flavor. And if you're tired of the same old snacks while watching the game, try America's favorite and #1 Asian snack brand. You can find BBGO products in the freezer section. Try the steamed dumplings or the mandu. BBGO knows that food brings people together, just like the purple and gold. Try BBGO today.
So Mark Reel from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on annual retirement contributions. With Robinhood Gold, the perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
As of 9 a.m. this morning, our EV trucking company is officially in operation.
Andrew's zero-emission trucks are driving the transportation category forward.
We'll make driving safer, easier, and less stressful. Now our technology needs to keep up with demand.
He needs to put pedal to the metal on hiring more software engineers.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap right now.
Take it away, producer Emily.
Welcome to Factor Cap.
Thanks, guys. Hi, Joe.
Konnichiwa.
Ni hao.
I reversed that. I said, thanks, guys. Hi, Joe, instead of anyway, whatever. I'm all out of
Apple
it.
Plus TV.
Oh, yes. Lecoq.
I'm too busy thinking about the old Titcomb over there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was his first name?
It was Cannonball Titcomb.
Cannonball.
Oh, yeah.
Cannonball's a cool name.
Yeah. It was in the 1880s, too, so it must have been in the war.
Yeah, he probably got hit by a cannonball.
Yeah. Were you going to say something, DeMarco?
I was Michael Vick is at Norfolk State. Norfolk State.
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
And Deshaun Jackson.
Deshaun Jackson.
Is that Delaware State? I'm
Because
sorry.
Vic is from Norfolk.
Yes.
Yeah.
How do you say it?
Norfolk.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the Virginia way to say it?
Yeah.
Not Norfolk?
Folk?
Yeah, Norfolk.
Okay. Not folk.
See,
You can
Cute.
say it like folk if you want to, but that's not how you say it.
It's like
if
in
you're from
Massachusetts,
Virginia.
they say Worcester.
Like
Worcester?
It looks like,
or like
Okay.
Suffolk.
Right. It's not Suffolk. Suffolk.
Yeah.
Drives
exactly.
me Washington. There's no R in Washington.
That's a weird one.
Washington.
Oh, that's
yeah.
my grandma used to say the Warsh.
Warsh.
Oregon, Illinois. Come on, guys.
Check,
please.
Laura says Illinois.
Yeah.
Okay, so a pitcher for the Pirates. His name is Bubba Chandler. Do you know who this guy is?
I know
Trav?
the name, but I don't know of him. Yeah.
So he's a rookie this year, and he got called up by the Pirates. And Jeff Passan was on Part of My Take this morning. He was telling a story about. So I told you guys about the story where Paul Skeens was told that he was going to be the opening day starter, and a whole video put out. So that video got put out. Bubba Chandler decided to text Paul Skeens and tell him, hey, don't get comfortable. I'm pitching first next year. Basically, he's calling a shot.
Okay.
He's Jeff Passan though is warning us that he is a very talented player. Like he could do it.
Sure.
Who knows? Like it depends on how Paul Skeens' year goes or whatever. I just thought it was a lot of gumption from old Bubba over there. So you have ever called your shot? Travis Factor Cap.
To myself or to another person?
Whatever. Any version.
I set goals for myself, but I never really set them out loud to other people.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It felt like, for instance, when I was at Santa Barbara and going into my junior year, I'd pitched very little my freshman year, a decent amount my sophomore year, and going into my junior year, I said, I want to pitch the first game of the season, I want to pitch the opening game of the conference season, and we had, I think, a road trip to Arizona State and one other, like, SC or something like that, some good teams. And I want to start in these 5 or 6 games, and that was a goal that I had going into the season. And it was something I wanted to do. But I didn't go to the other pitchers on the staff and say, oh, by the way, I'm pitching this one, and this one. I didn't do it like that.
DeMarco?
I like it. Yes, it was weird, it was dumb, and it was confident. It was all those things just like that. When I made the team here in Los Angeles, playing for the LA Rams, our D-line coach used to give me heat every single day because he just loved to do it. He just loved to mess with the young guys. So I told him, because I was so proud, I had just bought a condo in the area. Couldn't wait. This is something I wanted to do, was buy real estate. He said, oh, you bought something here. I said, yeah. He goes, you feel pretty confident you're going to stay? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely I'm confident. He goes, good, I like that. And he walked off. What I did not know was the team was moving.
I didn't even think of that. You're right.
He did.
You're right.
He couldn't tell me. But he was like, I like the confidence, but dang, you're stupid.
You know what I thought that story was going to end with?
What?
With you going, him asking you, do you think you're going to be here? And you going, I know I'm going to be here longer than you. Like I thought that's where we were headed.
No. Yeah, but that, funny.
Jorge, you ever called your shot?
Yeah, so 2006, Barcelona and Chivas play. We get cheap tickets at the Coliseum. And I'm there with my brother, family, friends of the family, whatever, high school soccer teammates. And I point at the press box. This is 2006.
You've told me this.
And I say, one day I'm going to be working in there. I don't know for what or when, but I promise you one day I'm going to be working in there. Fast forward to September 12, 2015, my first USC game.
With me?
No, it was
Oh.
with Coach Harvey Hyde.
Okay.
And he's like, hey, let's go to the press box. I'm like, wait, we can go to, like, I didn't, I'm new, like, whatever. Like, we can go to the press box? Yeah, after our pregame show, whatever, we go to the press box. I get lunch, and he's like, go find your seat, and then let's enjoy the game. And I take the picture from me inside the thing, and I send it out to my buddies.
That's
I send it
awesome.
out to my, family, and I made it. I'm finally
I
working in
see
that.
ya.
So, yeah.
Yes.
Just to put a button on this, Paul Skeens will pitch the first game next season. Just
No.
so we know.
What's his name again? Bubba?
Bubba Chandler.
Bubba
go,
Chandler.
Bubba. Let's go, Bubba.
Yeah.
Another good name. Actually, I think
a
this
great
is
name.
honestly the impetus. I was listening as I was driving in. I was like, that might be a good
Yeah.
draft because Bubba Chandler is a
Bubba.
good baseball name.
It's no cannonball titcum, but pretty good.
We don't have to revisit.
So I was talking to. I'll do this one now. So Parker Posey's character on White Lotus has a thick North Carolinian accent. So I'm not going to try to attempt to read it in that
What's the
accent.
North Carolina accent?
just gonna
What's the
ask
North
you.
Carolina accent?
Piper, no. Tsunami.
Tsunami. Okay, I got it. All right.
I just don't
Sounds like
think
a valley girl.
I just don't think at this age I'm meant to live an uncomfortable life.
Okay.
Yeah.
am I
So
hearing?
this is what she says. I just don't think at this age I'm meant to live an uncomfortable life, and I don't think I will. She's a very privileged woman in her 50s who's come accustomed to whatever she wants. So this is a true statement. At this point in your age, you have come accustomed to a comfortable life. DeMarco, Factor Cap.
Fact. Absolutely. We were just talking about this. Yeah, I love being home. I really do. I'm with you. I love my little area. I got all my stuff together. I'm good.
Are your socks on the right way?
You know what? You know what's funny? I got rid of a bunch of socks. I had way too many pairs of socks.
New socks are great too.
Right. But you don't need like 42 pairs
you
of
don't.
socks. But
10?
That's what I'm saying. I spent like a lifetime like amassing
Collecting
these socks.
sock collection.
But I'm good. I got a nice little rotation. The rest is good. Yes. There you go.
Travis, you have come accustomed to a comfortable life.
Yes,
That's all.
I have. And I
You've lived in
Good for
wonderful,
you.
sunny California.
I am not the least bit ashamed to tell
Yeah.
you that I like what I like, and that's how I'm going to
There you
roll.
go.
And I'm going to work hard to do everything I can, and hopefully the universe will not strike me down for saying as much. But
Yeah.
yes, I am who I am, and deal with it.
Get off my
I
lawn.
am what I am.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely, yeah, same here. There's times where like sometimes the kids are sick, right?
Yeah.
And then they, especially my dad would come from her room to us, and then Brenda's like, hey, like if you don't want to be around her getting sick, whatever, like you just hit the couch. I was like, nah, man, I work too hard for me to like not sleep in my own bed. Heck no.
Hey, man,
Yeah.
brother. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
Work too hard to be uncomfortable.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
For sure.
I will not say that Parker Posey's character has necessarily worked hard.
Yeah.
I think her husband's been doing the hard working on that one, but
Yeah.
It's very
Yes.
hard to go back.
Yeah.
You can
Once
move
you've
up.
had it.
Like once you've gotten to a thing, it's like, okay, this is the thing that I'm going to do. And
Yeah,
if you move
yeah.
up, that's great. And then it's like, okay, this is the thing. It's very hard to go back down the
it's
other way.
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
That's pretty good.
Well, I'm from that area.
I know.
Adjacent.
Yeah.
So I was talking to my roommate, and he's moving out at the end of next month, and he's talking about what he needs to pack and all that stuff. But he was basically like, he says this, he could live on like 5 shirts, 2 pants, 5 socks, and 1 suit for special occasions, and that's all he would need to exist on. You could do this too, Jorge Petrocap.
Absolutely. Yes. Sometimes we wear the same
But you have
stuff to work.
500 hats, Jorge.
I do have 500 hats. That's something that I can live with like at least one.
Yeah.
Your closet sank because of
hat
the amount of
museum.
Yeah.
things you had.
Correct. It's jerseys. It's stuff. But I wear the same stuff. Like I wear the same work hoodies, same work shirts. But if we have to go out, then I wear my nice stuff. Like not as often, but
Of all people in
do.
the room, I think I trust you the least on this,
Oh,
Jorge.
yeah.
So okay.
Yeah.
So we go. Okay. We go to Hawaii. I pack. I have this small. Like my stuff fits on a carry-on. That's it. That's all I take.
Because
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know
yeah.
what's
Because I
up.
know I'm gonna
Yeah.
use this amount of like chonies, socks, or sandals, whatever, and then Brenda and Mike pack up bag and a half with about 2 bags. All I have is a carry-on.
Yes, that's correct.
Travis, you could survive on what my roommate listed.
100% yes, with one.
And I'm talking
small
about
caveat.
like you move into your new place. That's all you have.
Yes. Give me the list again.
It's like 5 shirts,
Yes.
2 pants,
Yes.
5 socks,
Yes.
and a suit for special occasions.
Yes. The only other thing that I would like to have more than 5 of.
Then you talk about
you're
shoes too, but
is underwear.
Yeah.
I
At
would
least
like
8?
I would like to have at least 2 a day.
A backup.
So if
Yeah.
there's 7 days in the week, I would
Doesn't.
like 14 pairs
Yeah.
of underwear.
Yeah.
Socks, man,
I would
socks.
like 2 pairs of skivvies a
Yeah.
day.
And 2
but
in reserve.
The
Yeah.
rest of it is I am. Look, you guys see me. I wear these
Yeah.
sweatshirts and jeans.
But you do have a swanky New Jersey on today.
I
which
do
is
today
swanky.
because of my
Yeah,
man
yeah.
Eddie Alazade.
Look nice.
Yeah, he hooked me up.
DeMarco.
I could go Jack Reacher. I could. I really could in a heartbeat. But I mean, your roommate is single, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, if it was just me, absolutely.
Do you just take the thing on the top? Do you have a dresser where all your clothes are t-shirts and things like that?
Okay, so my wife said this yesterday. It's like, why do you even have drawers?
Yeah.
Because it's going right from the washer to the dryer to the bed to fold, and I'm putting them right back on.
There's
right?
t-shirts at the bottom of the stack that I haven't seen in 6 months.
I just cleaned
like
them out.
They
Yeah.
stick at the top, and I just keep
Yeah.
taking the one off the top.
Yeah, I know. I'm with you. When I travel, I got the smallest bag.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a guy. When we went to Hawaii a couple month or so ago, I literally had a carry-on bag that's like this.
Yeah.
And there was room in it.
Yeah.
So guess what? If you forgot to pack something when you're traveling, there's a Ross,
They
there's a
have
Marshalls,
stores.
there's
Go
a store
buy it.
nearby.
Right,
Get
there
something
you go.
quick, let's
But
go.
then you buy something you don't need, and then you take it home, and then you don't need it anymore.
Yeah.
Like that's why
I'll use it.
You know what I
should
bought?
pack it.
I bought one thing in Hawaii. I bought another pair of board shorts because I only had one.
Okay.
And get a second one. I got a $30 pair at the grocery store.
There you go.
And
See?
we're good to go. And Susan went to Hawaii like we were moving out. like
we were moving out. She brought the blender?
As far as I can tell, the lady, when you go to the check-in to check your bag,
Yeah.
and you put it on the scale,
Yeah.
As she's lifting it up, the lady behind is like, no, there's no way that's under 50 pounds. It was
God.
like 61
I
pounds.
will say I have done the same thing. I've had a carry-on that was like at like 50. It was like maybe like 48 pounds, whatever. And I was in Hawaii for 6 days. I wore everything I packed.
Oh.
I did not have one thing in that thing I did not wear.
I am not judging you. I'm just saying that Susan did not.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I bet there was at least one thing you didn't wear. I
No.
wore everything in that bag more than once.
At least right,
Yep.
yes.
More than
Of
once.
But
course.
that's gross.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's there. First of all, there's a washing machine where we are. Second
true.
of all,
Right there.
they're board shorts and t-shirts.
Thank you much.
You go in the ocean. Those board shorts are clean. You come back, you throw the t-shirt over the railing and your thing.
But it's full of salt and sweat and gross.
The sea breeze takes all the funk out.
Nah, that's not how it
it's
works,
all
bro.
good.
Washing
It's all
machine.
good.
That
right
sea
there.
salt, baby. That sea salt.
Yeah,
right.
with the old school sliding.
Oh, do you wash all your clothes in sea salt
I
now?
had plumeria. I put a little behind my ears. It was great. Factor Cap's brought to you by Joseph S. Normand. You got a lot of choices in your legal team, but with Joe, family always comes first. 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000 or normandlegal.com. Deion just got paid. That's coming up next. Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
LA's mega sports station.
710.
The countdown is on. In just 5 days, LAFC battle Inter Miami.
In the CONCACAF Champions Cup quarterfinals from BMO Stadium.
Pour it on, black and gold.
The 2 biggest clubs in MLS.
And some of the biggest soccer icons around the globe. Giroud,
Messi,
Lloris,
Suarez,
Bouanga,
Busquets.
LAFC versus Inter Miami.
Oh my goodness, Denise!
5 days away.
And you can live it all here on 710 ESPN.
And the ESPN LA app.
Jacob, 844-24-JACOB. Visit them online at calljacob.com. And together, we are LA Strong.
Call Jacob.
Who's cutting down the nets this year? Get in on all the tournament action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest upsets to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother got life insurance from Ethos, and it only took 10 minutes. And he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
I'm trying to think of what my favorite part of opening day was yesterday, and I think the obvious answer might be the right answer. The win was great, but quite frankly, that's going to happen a lot.
It's going to happen 100 more times.
Yeah. It's the first time I've seen Ohtani hit a home run in person.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I went to maybe 5 or 6 games last year, and I saw him have some. I saw him have some very good games.
Yeah.
But I never saw him homer.
Yeah.
And getting to see him, and like you said, it was like a power fade to left center field. It was.
Why aren't we talking about that more? Do you see where it went?
Yeah.
That's amazing. You don't see that often.
And the left fielder took like 2 steps. He's like, nope.
That's a no-brainer. It's gone.
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought for some reason you were at the playoff game last year where Ohtani had that.
I only went to one playoff game last year. It was the one that they beat the Padres to advance, and Kike and Teo hit home runs. They won 2-0. Yeah, that was. I've seen him hit home runs at Angel Stadium, but I've never seen him hit one.
Did we say shout out to Teo for the home run? Did we say that? Okay, yeah.
That
Don't call him Teo.
Is just relentless.
Don't call him Teo.
Oh yeah, apparently he does. He would prefer to be called Teoscar.
When did that come out?
This year.
Sorry, Teoscar. See, Larry Fishburne, Lawrence Fishburne.
About
become a champion.
Yeah.
Now it's Teoscar.
By the way, he's like the nicest guy in the world. I'm sure he did it with a great. If it's not too much, but it's
fair enough.
Teoscar.
Yes.
About Teoscar's home run, I was listening to the broadcast, and I believe it was Carl Ravitch that was on the call for ESPN, and he was talking about the pitcher was just probably breathed a sigh of relief. You got through Ohtani. And then Ohtani's on base. You just got him on like a base hit or something. And then here comes Teoscar Hernandez, who just bombs a 3-1 homer. And it's like, you can't. Who do you pitch to on this staff?
Yates and I were talking about this yesterday. He was at the game too. And when that happened, we were texting back and forth. Orel said it a minute ago when he was on with us an hour and a half or so ago. As a pitcher, there are parts where I don't want to say you can relax because you can't really do that, but you can be far less fine than at other parts in the game. You're 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's be a little careful, right? These guys are probably pretty good hitters, and they can hurt you with one swing. But other than that, I can be really aggressive. I can go at these guys and try to get them out.
I can challenge this dude.
The inning that we're talking about. So I forget what it was. Somebody makes an out to start the inning. Somebody gets on base. Ohtani comes up to bat and hits a ground ball, and there's a force out at second. Ohtani beats the throw to first. So there's 2 outs and a runner at first base.
It was Mookie, I think, that got thrown out, and Ohtani.
No, because Mookie hit behind Ohtani yesterday. So Mookie was coming up, and so Mookie ends up walking. Okay, so now all of a sudden there's 2 outs, but Ohtani, because he's fast, got to first base. Mookie draws a walk, and now all of a sudden you're in hot water. Nothing's happened. You got Ohtani to ground out. You got Mookie. You pitched around a little bit, and here comes Hernandez, and he pops one.
Yeah.
And he's Teoscar Hernandez, and I don't mean this disrespectfully in any way, shape, or form. Teoscar Hernandez is the 6th or 7th best player on that team.
He can make you pay.
And he made you pay.
He can make you pay.
And there is no let up. There is no spot. Maybe Rojas, maybe Pajes at the very back, but you have to go at those guys really aggressively because Ohtani's coming back up again. There's just no, okay, I got an inning where I can just be something less than 10 out of 10 perfect. It's relentless.
I thought what Orel said was if they're clicking, if everything's clicking, and let's just say your offense is ascending because the offense has been doing their thing.
Sure.
I could see why you would win 17-0 just for what you
It's
said.
gonna happen a few times.
Yeah, I mean, even one mistake pitch to the first two, it's gone. A mistake pitch to Teoscar, and this is going to be a while before I have to get this right. I can't call him Teo anymore.
You can.
It's so
He would
easy to
prefer
call him Teo.
Teoscar.
Teoscar. It's Matt Stafford, Matthew Stafford. Remember that whole thing?
I still mess that one up.
I've been calling that dude Matt Stafford for 20 years. Now it's Matthew.
Matthew.
See, I
Sit
love
up
it.
straight when you say it too.
See,
Matthew.
that's what I'm saying. But one pitch that you leave, across the plate, and boom, it's out of here. But he's the guy that just keeps on delivering, and that's almost a role on this team when you think about it. You know what I'm saying?
Clean it up when you get a chance.
Clean it up when you have an opportunity. Be the hero of the moment.
And keep in mind, they didn't do that against some guy that's making his major league debut.
No,
they did it
that
against
was
the
a Cy
best
Young.
pitcher in baseball,
That's
the
what I'm
reigning
saying.
Cy Young Award winner, and the Dodgers' 4th or 5th or 6th or however you want to put Teoscar in there.
Yeah,
he's the guy that got him.
A mistake pitch, bang, gone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And so I got two things. I got them both wrong, but I got one wrong in the right way and one wrong in the wrong way. We were doing our over-unders the other day.
Yeah.
And I forget what you set the over-under at for homers, and was it 35?
Yes.
For Ohtani?
Yeah, for Ohtani?
Yeah.
And I took I thought it would be just maybe slightly under, I think is what I ended up picking, or maybe slightly.
Changing?
Dude, he may hit 55.
What did we say the numbers were again? What did I said under 50, right?
All right, here it is. Here's what everyone said.
Yeah.
35 home runs was the over-under. Greg said 52 over. DeMarco, you said 38 over.
38, okay.
Travis said 37 over. Jorge said 38 over. I said under at 33.
Yeah.
Okay, let me move out of the 30s into the 40s.
Right, if not beyond.
Yeah.
The other one was steals. The same exact situation that we're talking about.
Ooh, that's a big, fast cat.
Where
Boy.
Ohtani
Yeah.
was on first base. There's 2 outs. Dodgers are trailing by a run. They're behind. And it's not in the late innings, but we're not in the early. I think it was the 5th inning at this point. That's a spot where Ohtani runs 100 times out of 100 times last year. He was anchored to that bag. They're not going to run him.
They're not going to move him.
Because there's 2 outs.
Yeah.
If he gets thrown out, Mookie leads off the inning, we're all good. If he gets there, Mookie's up to bat. Now you got a chance to tie the game. This is the spot that you run him.
Yeah.
And he wasn't going anywhere.
You see how he smoked the first base, though?
Yeah. No. He's fast,
Dude
DeMarco.
can move.
He stole 59 bases last year. It's not a match. He's going to pitch, and he messed up his shoulder sliding, stealing a base last year. They're not going to do it. Because if they didn't do it right there, they're not going to do it.
Okay, you're not going to put him at risk. Okay.
And that was, that's like, if you designed a scenario where he goes, it's that.
Yeah.
And they didn't run.
So one of the things he does best, you don't have to use it to win.
He'll run the bases 10 out of 10.
Of
He
course.
just won't steal
You
bases.
won't steal. But
Yeah.
that's a major weapon for you. And
It really
we don't
is.
need to do that.
Just chill out.
Yeah, you'll be over there.
If it's a chance to win a playoff game, I think he
Go.
runs. But short of that, I think he's going to be just.
If it's a smart play and you need it and you didn't
Yeah.
call it, he'd probably do it anyway.
I would think you'd have to red light. Some guys you got to give a green light. Like,
Yeah.
you go if you think
You
you
have
can do
to
it.
tell
you
them
go.
don't.
This
Yeah.
is you are not going
Right.
unless we tell you to go.
But it's wide open. I don't care. Yeah.
You pitch, you hit 60 home runs, you stay right there and just keep doing what you're doing,
Right.
Mr. Ohtani. Please, thank you. And
But I can make
appreciate
it. And no.
Let's not do that. All right, we'll talk about Deion's. Deion got paid again. Good for Deion. That's coming up. It's Trav. It's DeMarco at 710 ESPN. Listen up. Jorge's lovely wife, Brenda, cleaned up in Prize Picks yesterday, right? She decided to do what I've been telling you to do, which is put Prize Picks on your phone. And when you do that, put the code 710 and you get $50 for free. Now, she went big. She hit a 5-legger, Jorge.
I think she said 3. It was a 3.
3-legger. And that's all Prize Picks is you pick more or you pick less. Major League Baseball is in season. So go take a look at Ohtani. Go take a look at Freeman. Go take a look at Mookie, your favorite players. The NBA is in full swing. The Lakers play tomorrow night. Look at LeBron. Look at Luka. Look at Austin Reeves. More or less on their statistical projections. And if you get it right, you could win up to 1,000 times your money at Prize Picks. But you can't do it if you don't have the app on your phone, and you're going to want to use that code 710 to get that free $50 the way that Brenda did it yesterday. So, Prize Picks on your phone. Promo code 710. Pick more, pick less. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Mason and Ireland.
Can you do a cartwheel, John, if you were pressed?
I used to be able to, but I haven't done it in so long.
I've not done a cartwheel in a really long time. I'm sure I can.
The biggest show on the radio, weekdays at noon.
On 710 ESPN.
Collectors, Front Row Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center on March 29th and 30th. Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards, plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books. STC, Beckett, CGC, and JSA will be there. So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. Hundreds of vendors, thousands of dollars, and free prizes. Don't miss it. Front Row Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, March 29th and 30th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to frontrowcardshow.com. That's frontrowcardshow.com.
It's spring in the Southland, and the season of adventure is here. So why not hit the road in a brand new Kia from Kia of Carson? Whether you want a sleek sedan, a spacious SUV, or the latest hybrid or EV, Kia of Carson has the perfect ride for you. As one of the largest Kia dealerships in the country, we have all the latest tech-savvy vehicles that make the season of adventure more exciting. And Kia of Carson makes car buying easy, fun, and unforgettable. But don't wait. Our spring sales event is happening now. Hurry in today or shop online at KiaofCarson.com. Kia of Carson. Let's get you on the road.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show, now mornings 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Any plans for the weekend, DeMarco? You got anything exciting on the books?
Wide open. I'm wearing my Wildcats basketball jersey in honor of our team that's not playing, that finished 4th in the state.
That's great.
10U. But I have nothing to do this weekend, so I am wide open. I'm going to go to that place you told me about.
Okay. JoJo's?
JoJo's.
Yeah. Get the special, fully loaded.
You know, I got to be honest, man. I'm that close to breaking the streak, the meat streak.
Are you?
Yeah.
You have a little craving for it, or just?
I think it was only going to be for a period of time, and then
How long has it been?
It's been almost 3 years.
Oh, that's a long time.
And I'm looking for something to reintroduce meat, but I want it to be fun. This little split dog sandwich you showed me on rye bread.
It's the special.
The special.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, it's got Swiss cheese on it, too.
Oh, my God. See, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I don't want to go like steak, ribeye at a steakhouse.
No, that would kind of be that's an abrupt change. That's a lot of meat.
It would probably upset your tummy a little bit.
But that's like putting on a suit. I just want like either a burger or a dog.
Burger's good.
Burger?
Dog's good.
But this dog looks good, though.
It is.
Oh, speaking of dogs, I had a fantastic hot dog in Walt Disney World at Magic Kingdom.
Oh, yeah?
And it's like right off of their version of Main Street.
Yeah.
I couldn't find a corn dog to save my life.
I was just going to ask if you had the road corn dog.
They have mini corn dogs, which isn't the same. It's actually offensive.
Yeah.
But no, a mini corn dog is offensive to me.
Yeah.
I don't want a mini corn dog. I want a full-fledged corn dog.
What if you get like 10 of them?
Well, that's
like
no,
little
it's not
bites.
equal. It's not equal.
Corn dog.
But this hot dog I had, I put it on my Instagram story. If anybody else saw it, but it was a chili cheese dog. Fantastic. Exactly what I needed. I was already getting a little hangry. It was great.
Has anybody ever had a bad chili cheese dog?
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
I may have gotten like a little bit chili cheese dog on my shirt,
means
but
it's a
that's
really
about the
good
worst.
one.
I may or may not have slept at various wiener schnitzels.
Oh,
D-Dubs is don't.
junkyard dog. Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
mustard, fries, and onions
In the parking
chili.
lot. I could have been robbed
Mustard
at
on
any
the
moment. Cars running.
D-Dubs.
Probably
are
I didn't drive.
You're a basketball coach, right?
Yeah.
You guys know why pigs don't play basketball?
Why?
Why?
Because they're ball hogs. I like your reaction to that.
That one missed me.
They're ball hogs.
I did not.
Travis, what are you doing this weekend?
That's no tentacles. I like DeMarco. I'm going to go watch a little baseball tonight. Gauchos are in town. They're playing Long Beach.
Yeah,
so I'm going to
nice.
go see my Gauchos play.
Oh, by the way, did you ever go be a creeper and see the
No,
young
I didn't
kids
go.
play?
Oh, you should have, man.
I
Oh,
didn't
man,
go.
come on.
Yeah, the good team won. They haven't lost the
You
game.
missed Roy Hobbs. See?
I may have missed Roy Hobbs.
Yeah, there
no,
you go.
I never did it. So, but a little baseball tonight, and then we'll see.
Nice. All right, Long Beach, that's the dirt bags.
Dirtbags.
Bags, yeah.
My buddy Brian is a dirt bag, so he's coming.
Yeah.
G-Fish.
I like
It's gonna be a
that.
good time. It's going to be a good time. ESPN LA, proud to partner with Children's Hospital Los Angeles for their Make March Matter campaign, auctioning off opportunities like hosting LIT, Live Imaging Tuesday, alongside Chris Morales. All proceeds will be donated to CHLA and their foundation. Visit 710forchla.com to make a difference today. Deion got a new deal. Breaking news. Colorado's Board of Regents have approved a new 5-year, $54 million contract for head coach Deion Sanders that will make him one of the highest-paid coaches in the country. This is what he will make over the next 5 seasons. Starting this year, he will make 10 next year, 2027, 11, 2028, 11, and in 2029, Coach Prime will make $12 million.
Interesting. Look, I think he's done wonders for their brand and for their, what do you call that? Admissions. I think admissions has grown. It's exploded. So the Deion effect does work. But to me, I think now the coaching begins because, Shadur's gone. You don't have your son at quarterback.
Travis Hunter, too.
Travis Hunter's gone. Some of your best players are...
Your
Heisman guys are gone. So we'll see what he's got from this point on. But look, here's the thing with Deion, man. You know he's going to find that premium talent. And guys want to go play for Deion. You want to be in that environment. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my friends, a guy that we all know, Hall of Famer Marshall Falk, got off the couch. Not that he was on the couch, but
Falk
Marshall
or Folk?
Falk has been asked several times for years to come in, not to be a coach, but to be an executive in the NFL, and he's turned them all down.
Okay.
I don't want to do it. Deion got him off the couch to come coach running backs. This is not just your average football program or average football
Deion
coach.
Sanders.
Yeah. For what college football is turning into or has already turned into, this is the guy you want out in front of your program.
And I don't even need to throw shade at Lincoln Riley like this, but if you are a high school football phenom,
yes,
okay, you can go wherever you want. You are the 5-star blue chip, whatever, right? And Lincoln Riley comes and says, I would like you to come to USC. And Deion Sanders comes in and says, I would like you to come to the University of Colorado. You got to fight. You know what I mean? Like before that was, Colorado or SC. I mean, come on, man. I'm going to SC. It's a no-brainer. Deion's done this at Colorado, and obviously they're making a commitment to him with all of that money. But
smart.
Look the hell out if Deion gets his hands on a blue blood.
Oh, you mean, so that was the other rumor, that Brian Kelly had lost the room at LSU, and maybe Deion was headed there. Now, Deion at LSU,
holy smoke.
Forget about it. It's over. Bill Belichick said North Carolina is basically a mini professional football team. Well, this will be Deion's version of that.
Yeah.
So if you have that hot college athlete that is one of those most popular kids in school, has 1 million followers, some coaches would say, you know what? I just want you to be a player. Let's forget about that stuff. Deion will say, let's help you get 2 million. How about 3 million?
Right.
Let me help you with that.
That's all you got?
That's all you got?
Let's grow that thing.
That's the program he's building. That's what they're trying to keep at Colorado.
And he's a good coach.
Yeah, very good coach.
It's not. He's a famous person.
Yeah.
He's an electric personality. He knows the NFL. He knows how to get you to the NFL. He knows how to win football. Colorado was not just a bad football program. They were the worst Division I football program in the country many, many times in a row.
Yeah.
And Deion went to that program and took them from the worst to better, not great, but much better, to pretty good, to let's see what happens next. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I think he's trustworthy, too. If you sign that NIL deal, you'll probably get every single cent. That seems to be a problem right now.
Yeah, it does.
Some of these kids are being lied to. So his program is above board. It's very loud. It's very look-at-me oriented, but it's very above board.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
As long as everybody's getting what they think they're getting, right? Look, you don't go to play for Coach Prime if you're trying to fly under the radar.
No,
right?
You're doing the opposite.
You're
right.
going there to get people to check you out.
You want the smoke.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. If you want to just be, go to Nebraska.
Yeah.
Go do your thing. If you want to be in the center of the brightest spotlight in college football, arguably.
Right.
Go play for Coach Prime.
I just have one deal. I don't think you win a national championship at Colorado.
I don't think you can either.
Yeah. I don't see it happening.
You're going to need that NIL, cranked up to a level like Ohio State, like Alabama, like Oregon, like those schools that are just churning cash to do it. I don't know if Colorado will ever get to that level. And kids that want to play college sports, they do want to win. They do want to win at the highest level. They do want to get paid now. And there's still something about the brand of Ohio State, of USC, of Alabama, of Georgia, of even Oregon, places like this that they've been good for 5 or 10 years in a row. Colorado's still trying to poke their head into that, and that's a tough objection to overcome.
If I was SC recruiting against Colorado, I would make sure all my assistant coaches FaceTimed from the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, and say, try this in Colorado.
Yeah.
And this is December, and I'm in shorts.
Yeah.
Remember
FaceTime
that.
from their amazing apartments
Right.
in Los Angeles. Like Caleb Williams had an awesome apartment, and you're like, yeah, that'd be nice to have
Sell
in
the environment.
LA.
Yeah, you Colorado's this, but
and you
this,
can sell the
you can't
history
buy.
at SC.
Yes.
You can, but again, you know what the answer is?
What?
That's beautiful. Is that Malibu? Wow, that apartment, what is that? 1,200 square feet from my. Oh, wow, that's great. How many Heisman trophies you have out there? Okay, yeah, that. Wow. How much?
Right, and the money's the same.
Yeah, and,
right.
and now, and if the how much is it's like nope, they got more.
Yeah.
I'll go over there. You're gonna have to figure out the how much piece.
I
too.
would offer as much as Colorado offered, and I'll get them on weather.
You're gonna have to.
Yeah.
Guess what?
What?
I have the last man standing for you based off
Deion
of Deion Sanders. So Deion Sanders was already in this group, but I wanted to buff it up. So Deion Sanders is in the top 10 per year earning head coaches in college football.
Okay.
So per year, this coach earns X. So Deion Sanders next year will earn $10 million. Okay? What are the top 10 per year coaches in college football? And I'm going to start with DeMarco.
Ryan Day.
Ryan Day is on the list. He is number 2. Okay. Travis.
Kirby Smart.
Kirby Smart is on the list. He is number 1.
Yeah.
Jorge.
I have no clue. I'll say Lincoln Riley. I don't know.
Lincoln Riley is on the list. He is number 6. DeMarco.
Dabo.
Dabo is on the list. He's number 3.
That was my next one.
Travis.
No, we're running out of
Big
guys.
dollars.
And I'm taking Deion off the list, too, because
Deion's
he's on
not
it.
okay. Dan Lanning.
Dan Lanning is on the list. He's number 4.
Oh, God, what's his name?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Jorge.
We'll go Kuntz.
Coach
Kuntz.
Coach Kuntz is not on the list. All right, Jorge's out. DeMarco.
Oh, my God. He's making dough. Is Franklin still up there?
Oh, it's a great guess.
James Franklin?
Yes.
No.
He's not on there? Oh!
James Franklin's on the list.
Dang.
Travis wins.
I
the people
guess?
sure. What's your next guess?
Brian Kelly.
Brian Kelly just barely made the list at 10. Here, other than Brian Kelly, who we left off, Bill Belichick, 9.
Oh,
Forgot.
sure.
Yeah.
Kalen DeBoer, 7. And
Your
Sark
guy.
at 5.
Look,
Wow.
Pick the big programs.
Yes.
Like the one that's an outlier is North Carolina, but the rest of them are probably 9 of the top 10 teams that are in there.
I was picking schools that pay.
Yeah, Texas pays.
Right.
Yeah, Alabama pays.
I would have picked Michigan too. I would have, but it's a different Michigan now.
He had a bad year.
You're right. It's a different Michigan.
and he just got there. Like if Harbaugh were still there, for sure. I like that game a lot.
That's fun.
You know what list I will never be on, but would have been nice to have been on?
Which one?
Highest paid blanks. That would
highest
be pretty
paid
good.
anything.
And
highest paid Emily's.
That's what I'm saying. Highest paid, whatever your occupation is, if you're hitting the top 10 of that, you're probably doing all right.
Wow, I'm trying to think. Yeah, who's the highest paid guy?
Who was the highest paid tackle when you were in the league?
Defensive tackle?
Yeah.
I mean, God, Bryant Young was making a mint. Warren Sapp was making,
sure.
and John Randall. They were all making big money.
I also love
money.
whenever two players are negotiating at the same time. Say it's like Max Crosby and Myles Garrett, and then like once one gets deals, give me $1 more. I just win the highest paid.
That's usually the agent.
Aaron Donald and Khalil Mack when they came up at the same time. It's like, I forget, whoever went first got like 8 cents
$1
less.
more.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it was. That'd be a good list to be on.
That'd be a great list to be on.
Is Bryant Young's on the Hall of Fame?
Oh, yeah, he is.
Is he?
Oh, yeah, he is.
Okay.
Yeah, he just went in.
Okay.
Yes.
So Randall, Sapp, Young, all Hall of Famers.
This is why I only made the Pro Bowl once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of guys.
Oh, my God. And we're all playing the same guards.
All NFC guys,
all NFC guys, I know.
Yeah.
And there was one other guy that popped out, Luther Ellis.
I don't remember Luther.
Big Luther Ellis. Yeah.
Okay.
If you like Jared Verse, but tackle.
Oh.
Yeah. Had one move. Just pick you up
Just
and
throw
walk
you
you
over
back.
the
Right.
side.
And
Yeah,
walk you backwards. Yeah.
That'll do it. That'll do it. Lakers had a bad night in Chicago. And is it a sign of things to come? It's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Tune in next week for the Ringer Lie of the Day giveaway.
Join Cappy, O'Shea Jackson Jr., and producer Lindsay, and myself, apparently, for a special viewing of Monday Night Raw. On Monday.
I like it raw.
I guess. On Monday, April 7th at Hollywood Park Casino, and there's going to be one grand prize winner who's going to win a pair of tickets to the big wrestling event in Las Vegas. You know which one that is?
I have a sense of which one
We
it
can
is.
play the song, because I don't think that we'll get in trouble if we play the official song.
Okay.
RSVP now for your spot at ESPNLA.com. Must be present to win, which means you're going to have to be in the house at HBC. ESPNLA.com. Must be 21 years or older to enter. Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. Now open 24/7. We'll see you there on April 7th for Monday Night Raw.
Because it's just better for you. And our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
This is John Ireland. You know BBGO. You see their logo on every Lakers jersey, but did you know BBGO is the official game day snack of the Lakers? BBGO promises bold, authentic Korean flavor. And if you're tired of the same old snacks while watching the game, try America's favorite and #1 Asian snack brand. You can find BBGO products in the freezer section. Try the steamed dumplings or the mandu. BBGO knows that food brings people together, just like the purple and gold. Try BBGO today.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256 or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
Bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, crowd rocking for Rotolo Chevrolet's top hitter, Mike Capozio. He's facing off with the Bulldog, and these two have quite the history. Here's the pitch. Oh, he got all of it. That ball is out of here like a red Corvette, and it's going and going and going. Yes!
Dad, are you having that dream again?
Come see what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
For a limited time at Verizon, you can get our best price ever. That's 4 lines on unlimited welcome for just $25 a line per month with autopay plus taxes and fees. You'll also get the new iPhone 16 Pro, 4 of them for the entire family when you trade in up to 4 phones from our top brands. That's a new phone for everyone, only on the network you can count on. Verizon. Visit a store today. 20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply for phone offer. See Verizon.com for details.
He's coming. Here he comes.
Surprise! Your table saw broke. Also, the warranty expired weeks ago, so you need to pay for a new one out of pocket.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Oh, and the replacement part you ordered doesn't fit, so it's completely useless. What a waste.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
It's the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
You want to make friends? You buy around for the bar.
Yeah.
Luca did that with parking. I thought that was fantastic.
Terrific.
Yes.
The Travis and DeMarco Show rolls on
LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
DeMarco didn't believe me that I had quite a few Rusty Coons baseball cards in my day. There he is.
What was Cannonball's name again?
Cannonball Titcomb? Yeah. Oil Can Boyd?
That's
the Marcos Primo right there.
That part's not funny. I met that
Might not
dude.
be funny to you, but it's funny to the rest of us.
First time I actually saw a Mercedes.
Oh, really?
First time ever. He pulled up.
He was a pretty good pitcher.
He was.
Yeah.
My grandparents'
Skinny.
house was on this little cul-de-sac. There was a park right there, and we were playing in the park, and, there was a commotion, and there was a Mercedes, and, who is that? He's a baseball player. What's his name? Oil Can. And
Did you greet him as Mr. Oil Can?
His name was Oil Can, and he was in the news for hitting people.
He had a run where he was in trouble a lot.
Yeah.
He had some stuff, but he was also a pretty good pitcher. Yeah, he was kind of a wild card.
Yeah, threw hard, threw inside, hit guys in the head.
He was a wild card.
Yeah, so I learned backwards about him. So yeah, I don't want to know. Don't ever tell me.
Hi, Mr. Oil Can. Do you love my cousin?
Yeah.
Hey, Primo.
Kinda.
Dennis. Mr. Boyd.
Huh?
Mr.
Boyd. I just Oil Can. I was a kid. I was a good kid.
Cappy,
Stop
O'Shea
it.
Jackson Jr., producer Lindsay, and DeMarco Farr. You can join them all for a special viewing of Monday Night Raw coming up on April 7th. That is a week from Monday at Hollywood Park Casino. There will be one grand prize of a pair of tickets to the big wrestling event in Las Vegas. RSVP for your spot at ESPNLA.com. Must be present to win, 21 years or older to enter. Park party and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room, now open 24/7.
John Cena is doing a fantastic job.
You said that a few times.
Of being a heel.
Yeah.
I kid you not. I mean, when you go from the guy that it's always looking for the love part of it to the guy that doesn't care seamlessly and you believe it, it's been awesome.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to see this up close.
Are you going to go to Vegas?
Thinking about it.
Yeah.
See, I'm with you. I like big events and going to WrestleManias and stuff. It's better on TV for me.
Is it?
Yeah, much better on TV for me than going there.
Yeah,
I think I'm over my going to WrestleManias.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like how many people are at one of those things?
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
30,000.
And there's a lot going on in the stands too.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Now I do.
Yeah,
now I do. Lakers lose just a ugly game last night. So just some quick numbers. They had an 18-point lead in the fourth quarter. They had a 13-point lead with only 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. They had a 5-minute lead with 12 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. They surrendered 44 points in the fourth quarter, and they lost when Josh Giddey hit a other side of half-court bomb to beat them. But while that was an amazing shot, quite frankly, a little bit of a lucky shot, that they blew those big leads that late in the game is troublesome to me, DeMarco, because it's not just the first time. This is starting to become a trend for this team.
Okay, I know Chicago is 33. They're under 500. They are not in the championship
tier
tournament this year. They won't be in the playoffs, correct?
They'll be in the playoffs, but they're not a threat to win a title.
They just swept the Lakers.
Yeah.
Can you say the Lakers are that much better than the Bulls right now?
Not right now.
Not right now at all. Weird. it does give you pause when you think about what's coming down the road as far as playoff ball. And maybe we're being a little disrespectful to the Thunder, that we think that LeBron and Luka and AR are playing at their best, can beat just about anybody. But you can't even beat Chicago when you have them down and you have such a lead and you let it get away from you. Your third period was finally the best. You outscored them 32-17 in the third. That is a turnaround. Then you give up 44 points in the fourth.
Unacceptable.
Inexcusable.
Yeah. Just completely unacceptable.
Cannot happen ever, and it just did.
Again,
right.
Look, I'm willing to give some grace to just weird stuff happens in sports. Good players have bad days. Bad players have good days. Like, just sometimes weird stuff happens, but when the same weird thing happens a bunch of times in a short period of time, it's not weird stuff anymore. It's a trend. And their trend right now is to have a quarter or two that's just a complete catastrophe. Last night it was the fourth quarter, giving up 44 points. And they need to get this squared away because eventually this isn't just, it's a bad night. This is who you are. You have those clunker moments, those clunker quarters. The playoffs start in a few weeks.
Yeah, it's right
around the corner.
If they get bounced out of the playoffs, and it's a possibility, right?
Sure.
And it's also a good possibility that they don't.
Right.
Because of who you have. But if they get bounced, I bet it looks just like that.
I do too.
It'll be a similar game like that where, like, oh my God, you had it.
Yeah, you let it slip through your fingers rather than you got run out of the building.
Correct. I don't think anybody's good enough to run them out of the building. I think they're good enough to blow it.
Yeah. And JJ said that last night's loss was, quote, devastation, which is that's a very specific type of word. That's just not disappointing, a missed opportunity. Devastating sticks with you. Devastating has ripple effect.
Yeah.
And to have him describe this as devastation, I think, is meaningful. This is what Josh Giddey said after the game. So Giddey had a night, and Giddey hit that big shot, but this really kind of stuck with me. This is what he said about the Bulls. The way we play the game, I think it wears people down. We get up and down. We run. We put heat on them to get back. A lot of veteran teams don't particularly want to get back and play in transition.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
And they were running.
I don't think that is necessarily specific to the Lakers, but I think the Lakers fall into that category. The good news, I think, is that what you see in the last two nights, what Giddey just described, teams that play fast give the Lakers a little bit of trouble. Thankfully, the playoffs are typically not played like that.
Yeah.
The playoffs are a little more deliberate. There's time off in between all of these games. You don't play back-to-backs, and in that first round, you can even get more than a couple of days off in a row. Is this a problem if somebody, is this a blueprint to beat them and just run them up and down and make them play in transition the way that they don't want?
Yes, absolutely. JJ's been preaching it. The last thing he said about a live ball turnover turns into a layup. That means we're not running.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be everybody's game plan when you're young and athletic.
But the Lakers aren't old. LeBron is, but the rest of the team is not particularly advanced in age.
LeBron is up there. If you got LeBron and Luka gets...
Luka's 26.
He gets a little winded.
Okay.
But I think he goes into the old man defense category. He doesn't get back.
No, he doesn't.
So if you got Luka, LeBron out there and two guys that are very offensive or one guy's old and you miss or turn it over, you're going to beat them down the floor. You saw that against Orlando.
And Indiana.
Young, long, athletic
and
guys.
Chicago.
Absolutely. This is the problem going forward.
If you are DeMarco Farr and you're optimistic, and I believe you're an optimistic man, that you look at what the Lakers are and you're thinking, okay, listen, this has been a bad few weeks, but like you said, haven't played a lot together. This group, because when they got Luka, they played a little bit. Then LeBron missed some time, and Rui missed some time, and they've had guys in and out of the lineup, so they're still getting to know each other. The schedule will get far more manageable in the playoffs. The game slows down in the playoffs, and they have some time to try to fix some of the problems that they've had. I think that's the optimistic view of going into the playoffs. If you're a little bit more like me, and you're kind of saying, these are problems that feel deep-rooted, that they don't get back on defense, that Luka does get winded, that they do go into long stretches of time where their defense is not just not very good, it's downright awful, where they make mental errors at the end of games like they did. And this is not like inexperienced. This is LeBron James threw one of the worst passes you're going to see. That's LeBron James, one of the great players of all time, that your habits become who you are.
Yeah.
And right now their habits are really bad. Like, think about how close we are to talking about a really ugly stretch. They've lost 8 of 12. If LeBron doesn't get that tip in,
oh God, yes.
Holy smoke!
I know
this is a gross stretch of basketball.
Completely different Los Angeles going forward. Totally 100. And I mean, it's one of those things. Like, if you have to sit, and I assume every head coach, no matter sport, does this. Win or lose, you have to talk with ownership for a little bit and explain to them what happened, good or bad, right?
I think so.
Okay, so I'm sure they know what's happening. There's not much I can do about getting LeBron to get back or Luka to play better defense when they're hunting him on the other end. The stuff you can control is that miscommunication stuff. Yeah. That has to be better. That's the stuff that's inexcusable. That's the stuff that would make me want to blow my stack if I was J.J. Redick. We can't be betwixt and between in these key moments. We have to know exactly what we're doing.
I agree with what you're saying. I just, it kind of sparked. I don't remember the last time I watched the Lakers play and had the what is JJ doing thought. Like, I feel like he's on it.
He is on it.
I feel like he's on it. I don't think this is a dude. What there were times and.
No, this is a sub where we don't know the leaks are, and you got to keep running back and forth and fixing them.
Right. With Darvin, it's like, dude, what are you doing?
Oh yeah.
Like, just you're standing there with your hands in your pockets. Do something. And why is this guy not in the starting lineup? There were some obvious things like, hey, come on, man, let's go. I don't feel that way with JJ, which is honestly, oddly enough, more troublesome, I think, because if he's pulling all the right levers and trying to do all the right things, and they're still having this happen, that concerns me a little bit.
Okay, any sport, when you blow leads, usually who gets put on?
The coach.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you just.
But what would you like to see him do differently? Because I can't put my finger on the reason they blew this lead is because JJ didn't do X.
Well, miscommunication at the end can happen. So that's one of those situational deals. Talk about it. Make sure we're on the same page. There's not much you can do for not getting back because of who you have.
Yeah.
I mean, you could yell, you could scream, you can keep talking about it, and I think he's doing a good job of that. Making them aware, like when he says, and it's right there. If we if we give up a live ball turnover, it's a layup on the other end. That means we're not getting back. So it's instead of me screaming, I'm telling you, every time we miss or turn it over, they're going to score.
Yeah. That play at the end of the game last night, LeBron took ownership. I'll give him credit for not pretending it wasn't what it was, which was just a terrible play. But that was a terrible play.
Horrible. Yeah.
But it was a terrible pass by LeBron. It was a weird play by Reeves going away from the ball. Like, I haven't played organized basketball, but what's the thing they teach you? You got to come towards the ball.
Come get it.
Come get it.
That's what I mean. Communicate. If you're LeBron, this is just my opinion, and you're the great player, you've got to make it clear to him what you want.
Yeah.
You can't leave it, I thought you were doing this. No, that you don't get a pass for that. That's not how it works. You're the guy. This is the key situation. We are depending on you because you've been here before.
And I don't think JJ's giving anybody a pass.
No.
But they got this could not be we'll get there. We're running out of time.
And one more thing. It's stupid to say that this team is better without LeBron. Stop it.
Who's saying that?
They were playing better when LeBron was out. Shut up.
No, they weren't. They've lost 8 of 12.
There's no universe where this team is better without LeBron.
Do me a favor. Yeah. I want you to write down who says this stuff because I want to call them idiots by their names. Because this is crazy.
Let me get to it.
This is crazy. Hot and Cold's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Tomorrow is Amanda Saturday on ESPN LA.
The countdown is on. In just 5 days, LAFC battle Inter Miami
in the CONCACAF Champions Cup quarterfinals from BMO Stadium.
Pour it on a black and gold.
The 2 biggest clubs in MLS
and some of the biggest soccer icons around the globe.
Giroud, Messi,
Lloris,
Suarez,
Bouanga,
Busquets.
LAFC versus Inter Miami.
Oh my goodness, Denise!
5 days away.
And you can live it all here on 710 ESPN
and the ESPN LA app.
Fullerton. We believe you should love who you want to love. And during the Subaru A Lot to Love event, you can lease a brand new 2024 Subaru Crosstrek Premium all-wheel drive for just $329 per month for 36 months with $39.39 due at signing. Visit Ocean Subaru today.
With approved credit through Subaru Motors Finance, not all buyers or vehicles will qualify. Lease for 10,000 miles per year. VIN RH915476. MSRP $39.50 plus tax, tag, title, and doc fee. Zero security deposit. See dealer for complete details. Expires 3/31/2025.
Hon, I was doing our bills today and noticed something quite alarming. We're paying a ton of interest on our credit cards. We owe $20,000 on one with a rate of 24 and $15,000 on another with a rate of 29. The rate calculation is buried in the fine print.
Bob and Liz at the office told me they had the same issue, so they called the loan exchange. Bob refinanced and paid off $50,000 in credit cards, and Liz got a home equity line and paid off $30,000.
That makes sense. I'll call the loan exchange and get rid of these ridiculous credit card rates.
17 days later.
Hon, we closed with the loan exchange today, and I found out the interest in our refi is tax deductible. I can't believe we didn't do this sooner. Every day we were lighting money on fire by paying those crazy credit card rates.
Call the Loan Exchange at 855-752-9944 or go to theloanexchange.com. NMLS 1637539. Loan subject to credit approval. See website for licensing information, loan terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. That's 855-752-9944 or theloanexchange.com.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, millions of men experience ED, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. At HIMSS, our own board-certified urologist, Dr. Peter Stahl, knows this better than anyone, and he knows that HIMSS can help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, Senior Vice President of Men's Sexual Health at HIMSS. I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS.
Through HIMSS.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs. Options at up to 95% less than the brand names when you get started at hims.com/joy. To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% less than brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
As you know, we've welcomed a new partner here at 710 ESPN, NextGen. NextGen, the official AC, heat, and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans.
You're as cold as ice.
Call 833-3-NEXTGEN, NEXGEN, or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com. Time for our feature we do 3 days a week. Who's hot? Who's cold? Thanks to NextGen. Boy, time for Who's Hot? Who's Cold? Take it away, Producer M.
Thanks.
Aloha. Yo baseo.
What's hot? Who's hot is Tyler O'Neill, and if that name
Holy
doesn't
smoke.
sound familiar to you, it's because he's probably a run-of-the-mill baseball player, maybe a little bit above average, but not someone that pokes through everybody. But he has been with St. Louis, he's been with Boston, and he's with Baltimore currently. And he did something yesterday that no one in baseball history has done, and I'm going to play this for you right now.
O'Neill drives one the other way. That's headed out toward right field. He's done it again. The unstoppable opening day machine. Tyler O'Neill has homered for a 6th consecutive year on opening day. This time, he does it in his home country.
All right, so Tyler O'Neill has broken his own record, which was set last year for 5 straight. He has homered in 6 straight opening days. So if you are a betting person, maybe bet on Tyler O'Neill to score or to bet to hit a home run.
It is just defies all mathematical logic.
Yeah.
Because think about what has. First of all, you have to be in the big leagues for 6 consecutive years. Not easy,
right?
To just stick in the league for that long.
Yeah.
You got to be in the starting lineup 6 years in a row, or at least get an at-bat in the opening game 6 years in a row. You got to be healthy 6 years in a row, and you got to be good 6 years in a row to just run into one like that. Like, That is a bizarre, awesome, only in baseball kind of stat.
It's like leading your school in attendance every year. You got to be there every year. Yeah. And you do something.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah. Is he special?
No.
Outside of this is just his streak.
No, he's good.
Yeah, I'm there every year.
Yeah,
I'm the starter every
year. He's
year.
a good major league player, but he's not an all-star.
That's awesome.
I mean, that's not the type of guy
Would
he
it be
is.
like Chris Taylor doing this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That caliber of guy doing it every year?
He's a slightly better player than Chris Taylor, but yes,
Yeah.
that's about right.
I bet his dad is really cool at post offices. Yeah, my son hits a
His
home run every
dad
opening
is
day.
like Mr. Olympia.
Is he really? Like muscle? Oh, no way. Okay,
His
muscle
dad
bound
is like
dude.
a famous
Yeah.
weightlifter.
I can't think. There's something I'm sure someone does. A really crazy sports streak that only happens at home or something.
Baseball is like the land of weird stuff like this.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's good for Tyler O'Neill. That's really cool.
That is cool.
Good for him. So who's cold is Kevin Willard. So he is, as of right now, the coach of the Maryland men's basketball team.
Okay.
The Maryland Terrapins. And if you don't remember, they had a buzzer beater, the first buzzer beater of the tournament in the round of 32. And they lost last night in the round of 16. They lost to... Let me just refresh myself. I can't remember who they
I don't
lost
know
to.
either. That's
Oh,
fine.
Florida. They lost to Florida. So anyway, it doesn't really matter. Over the past week or so, he's been coming under questions about whether or not he would be taking the job at Villanova.
Okay.
It's an open position. It's a position that he has in the past expressed interest in, as well as the Maryland AD went to SMU. So they lost their AD. Their coach is being constantly asked whether or not he's going to leave. They were on a somewhat magical run, the Crab Five, as they like to be called, and the fans of Maryland got wind of Kevin Willard's maybe eyes drifting to another position.
Sure.
And they booed him and the team before the game. The Maryland fans,
That stinks.
as they were coming out of the locker room, mostly they were booing just Kevin for saying he's going to leave after this. And he last night said, my biggest concerns in life right now, I don't know who my boss is going to be. Actually, no, this was earlier before the game.
Yeah.
And then he said, this is a family decision. I love College Park. I love Maryland. It sucks all around. This is something that with this day and age in college basketball is going to happen. But booing your coach before the game, before they've been eliminated, that sucks. That's cold.
It does because some of it's going to land on the players. The players didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, the players are just going out there to play. And he knows he's leaving. The fans know he's leaving. And this is the life that he's chosen as a basketball coach, especially this time of year. If you do well in the tournament, you get a better job. That's just the way it goes. And you can't really say, yeah, I'm leaving. Once we lose, I'm leaving.
And you got him the same way. You got him from Seton Hall when Seton Hall had a great run.
You move up until you start to move down.
Right.
That's just the way that these gigs go. You have to tell the lie because I don't really think it's a lie.
Yeah.
That you can't say, oh yeah, I'm leaving. Once we lose, I'm out of here. They can't do that. But you also don't want to say I'm not leaving because you know you are.
Yeah.
It's a weird spot.
I was looking at nose wipe celebrations. Why is he leaving again? Is it for more money?
Well, it's Villanova. It's probably a better school, and it's probably more money in terms of basketball. Going back to the Big East.
That's going to be hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's a hard sell. Everybody knows.
Yeah.
You have a right to boo, I guess.
I get it, but it feels like it's landing on the players a little bit. But
Well, you're trading up.
But I get it.
Yeah.
But they got him by stealing him from a different program.
Yeah.
Like, this is the way that it goes. Like, if you're running around with somebody and then they run around with you, you can't get mad.
Well, think about this, right? Think about if you're taking another job and they
Yeah.
give you a standing O. Like, I
Yeah.
can't wait to get this bum out of
Yeah.
here. You know
Yeah,
what I
that
mean?
would be
Definitely not the reaction
This
that
is the way you want to go, right?
But I also feel like in general, I think the transfer portal should just open after all
Yes.
play is done.
Yes.
Of course what it is. It's free agency.
It is.
It should be over when they crown a national champion.
I know we only have one hot and one cold in the hot and cold segment. Can I do my own cold real quick?
Sure, why not?
Can I throw another one in there? I'd like to give the who's cold.
Aloha.
The Guten Tag. The Anaheim Angels.
Oh.
The Anaheim Angels yesterday opened up their season with an 8-1 loss to the Chicago White Sox, who lost 121 games last year.
Wow.
Let me say that again. The Chicago White Sox, who did not get any better this season, lost 121 games last year, beat the Angels yesterday 8-1. They
Okay.
didn't beat them 1-0.
Be careful.
They beat them 8-1. The first time Mike Trout came to bat
don't
yesterday.
punch down.
I'm not. I'm just saying. The first time that Mike Trout came to bat yesterday, you know what happened with the first pitch he saw?
What?
Hit him in the hand.
Oh.
The guy that has not been able to stay on the field for several years now gets hit with a pitch in his first at-bat.
Is he hurt?
No, it looks like he's going to be okay.
All
But,
right.
I mean, imagine that. And, oh, by the way, on opening day, the Angels had an infielder named Nicky Lopez pitch for them. On opening day. Like, that happens to everybody.
Yeah?
You get blown out and whatever. You shouldn't have to go to your mop-up infielder to pitch on opening day.
I thought it was the name. I'm like, I'm
No,
sorry.
he's
You got me on names. I'm like, is this a Pete Lecoq thing?
Nicky Lopez is a second baseman.
Position player
who
having to pitch.
Pitched in a major league regular season game in game 1. In game 1.
Where's Parker? Is he here?
No, he's not.
Poor
I should
guy.
text him this
You
segment.
should.
Cut and send this to Parker.
Yes.
But, I mean, the Angels are not going to have a good season. They really didn't do a lot.
They're not off to a hot start.
But they're expected to, maybe the only team that might be worse than them this year, maybe the White Sox. They beat them 8-1, and they got a position.
This
pitcher.
could be a spark right here. We just lost to
And
the worst
Trout
team.
got hit by a pitch.
He's
Ugh.
okay. He's fine. It's
The
great.
dump coming up next. Good job, Halos.
Nice.
Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN, and Hot and Cold's brought to you by NextGen, the official AC heating, plumbing, and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. Call 833-3NextGen or visit nextgenaironplumbing.com.
The most followed sports radio station in the
and producer Lindsay and myself, apparently, for a special viewing of Monday Night Raw. On Monday.
I like it raw.
I guess. On Monday, April 7th at Hollywood Park Casino, and there's going to be one grand prize winner who's going to win a pair of tickets to the big wrestling event in Las Vegas. You know which one that is?
I have a sense of which one.
We
it
can
is.
play the song because I don't think that we'll get in trouble if we play the official song.
Okay.
RSVP now for your spot at ESPNLA.com. Must be present to win, which means you're going to have to be in the house at HBC. ESPNLA.com. Must be 21 years or older to enter. Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. Now open 24/7. We'll see you there on April 7th for Monday Night Raw.
Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, March 29th and 30th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to FrontRowCardShow.com. That's FrontRowCardShow.com.
So Mark Reel from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Michelle Smallman here. Do you want to be at the draft in Green Bay, Wisconsin? Travel Wisconsin is sending 10 lucky fans and a guest to the draft. Experience the thrill of the draft firsthand and make memories that will last a lifetime. Don't wait. Enter Travel Wisconsin's Dream Draft Sweepstakes. Visit travelwisconsin.com/draft to learn how you can win a trip to experience the biggest moment of the offseason. Epic moments that become lifelong memories are waiting to be discovered across Wisconsin. Terms and conditions apply.
Vivid Seats is your ultimate destination for basketball and hockey this season. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every one-timer and buzzer-beating 3 live and in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Don't miss out. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, it's time for the dump.
So we got some great birthdays today. We got 2 wonderful, amazing, talented singers, different in their own rights.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Little Monsters.
39.
Yes. She also has her song as the theme of March Madness this year.
Oh, that's right. I did hear
Abracadabra.
that. Okay, I don't mean this in any negative. I feel like Lady Gaga's been famous for 30 years.
She
How
has
is she
been.
only 39?
She's been famous since about 2006.
That's crazy.
Yes. So,
Sorry.
Just dance.
I love that.
And Reba. Reba turning 70. So happy birthday, Reba McEntire.
Still on TV.
Yeah.
Another person that's been with us forever.
Yeah.
Yes.
A single mom that works too hard. 2 jobs.
That's the show.
Nice.
But no, love Lady Gaga. She just announced a tour. I will not be going, but props to Lady Gaga. And also, I have a funny story about this one. So we live in Los Angeles. We see famous people occasionally. My coolest little run-in with a celebrity was I was going to park at Bruce's Beach in Manhattan Beach, and they have these public parking spots, and they're kind of slanted, and it was a very busy afternoon. It was a sunny day, and so I'm going to pull into this spot, and I was with my friend, and who do I see directing me to the spot? He's like, "Oh, this one's open. You can go here," because I was looking around for a spot.
Mm-hmm.
But Vince Vaughn.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Vince Vaughn directed me to my spot. I guess he was just surfing. Was great. Said thank you. As I was walking with my friend, she was like, "Oh, that guy was so nice." I'm like, "That's Vince Vaughn, right?" And she's like, "What? That was Vince Vaughn?"
You have your own Vince Vaughn story.
He crashed our Super Bowl party. He was chatting up my mom.
That's right.
Hey, brah.
That's terrific.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Happy 55th to Vince Vaughn.
Funny. I love that dude.
Do you think of one movie in particular when you think of Vince Vaughn?
A couple. Made and Swingers.
Okay, I don't know. Made. Swingers is the one that I was
Yeah,
thinking of.
it's the same two guys.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
What's Made?
Made is they're like half wise guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Made like as in a made man, not as like a made like a cleaner.
No, like made as in
Okay.
made man.
Yeah.
Peter Falk, Columbo plays kind of a mob
Falk or
boss.
Folk?
Just one more
Falk.
thing.
Just one more thing. Plays a mob. You would love that scene with him in there. One more thing. I am halfway through. Don't ruin it. And I know I'm old. Continuing my legacy of being late with movies as an adult parent. I am halfway through A Complete Unknown. Holy smokes.
Oh, the Dylan movie.
I can't even see him. All I see is Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
Timmy was great.
Okay, so is The Complete Unknown him?
What do you mean?
The more you get to know him, the more you don't know anything about him.
The idea is Bob Dylan is the
Unknowable.
complete unknown. He's unknowable, and the biopic doesn't even have any interest in knowing him, which I think is an interesting part of that movie. You don't really, the filmmaker and the way it's written, it doesn't really care to learn anything more. It kind of keeps the air of mystery around Bob Dylan.
Unknown.
And so
Did you like
everything's
it?
complete unknown.
Or liking it?
I'm liking it, because I'm watching it. I'm so into it, and I'm like, every relationship or whatever moment, you don't know anything about. You don't learn anything about
Because he
him.
kind of lies a little bit too. He
Everywhere.
tells different truths. And,
Yeah, I'm like, I get why it's a complete unknown.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you think of Monica Barbaro?
Which one was
She's
that?
Joan Baez.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So the thing is, she
Wow.
did not know how to sing before this movie.
Really?
Yeah, everyone knows how to use your vocal cords, but she had never been trained as a singer. She's never sung professionally before this, and she was incredible as Joan Baez.
Yeah, great. What's his name? Ed Norton. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
The dude that plays Woody Guthrie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scooter McNair.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know him. You know his
Do I?
face. Yeah.
You would. He's been like that guy in a bunch of different movies.
What's
but,
his name?
Scooter McNair.
I know Monica Barbaro is in
And
Top Gun Maverick.
She is in
When
Top
you
Gun
see, when
Maverick.
you see this guy's face, you'll be like, "Oh, I know him."
But yeah, no, A Complete Unknown was a good movie. I saw it with my parents when I was home in Virginia over the holidays. I was the youngest person in that theater by 30 years, at least.
He was in Narcos.
That guy.
Sure.
Yeah. So I tried to daughter was in her room on the iPad talking to her friends. I'm like, this is the good time for me to watch. So I'm watching it. She comes running out of her room. Are you watching the movie? I'm like, yes. I want to see that too. I'm like, you are interested in this? Absolutely. So I'm like, well, we'll watch it together later. She goes, I love Timothée Chalamet. I'm like, oh my God.
She's their Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yes. Like, wow, how do you know this dude?
I'm going to have to wrap my head around watching a bunch of movies with him, right? I'm going to have my DiCaprio moment.
Every Christmas, you will see a Timothée Chalamet movie. And if not two a year. And
I get it now.
He's like he said, he wants to be the Michael Jordan. He wants to be the Michael Phelps.
get
he
it.
wants to be. He is. He's going to be that.
I was late
get
to
it
the
now.
party with
Yeah.
DiCaprio, and that was a mistake.
Yes,
because he's
okay.
great. And
Timothée Chalamet has not been in a bad movie. I would say maybe the worst "quote unquote" movie I've seen is Don't Look Up, and that was that Adam McKay movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence. Before we move on, I have the Pachanga pick of the week.
Oh,
my pick of the week is going to so before we come back on Monday, we have two Dodger games. The Dodgers play the Detroit twice before we're back on Monday.
Yep.
My pick of the week is that Ohtani will score 2 home runs. Not score. I'm saying that. Hit 2 home runs. Sorry, Travis. I know that hurts your ears to say
a little
score.
bit, but it's okay.
He will hit 2 home runs before we're back on Monday. That's my pick of the week.
So he will come home, or we were talking on Monday morning. Shohei Ohtani will have hit 4 home runs through 5 games.
Yes.
Oh my God! And
by
you
the
know
way,
what?
It's not crazy.
It could happen. It's probably going to happen. How do you avoid the leadoff guy?
You don't. Well, you can. You can walk him, and now you got a guy on first base with Mookie Betts coming up to bat.
You're giving up the lead.
He might. I'm not going to say it. It's still so crazy early, but it would be really, really fun if we had a home run chase. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay. I might as well just challenge him then. Because if he hits a home run, it's one.
It's only one.
Right.
Yeah.
Then put him on base and let the other guy clean him up.
because Mookie, by the way, Mookie hit one that looked like he hit it pretty hard that barely made the warning track.
I thought of
in
you.
left
You
field.
said warning track power. I'm like, that's Travis
he
right
weighs
there.
106 pounds.
He looks a little
We're
bigger.
going to have to work him back.
He looks a little bigger than I thought he would. He's gaining it back. All right, that was the Pechanga Pick of the Week presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. Visit Pechanga.com for more information.
Today is the 33rd anniversary of the pass from Grant Hill to Kirsten Leitner to beat Kentucky in the Elite Eight to send Duke to the Final Four. One of the most iconic plays in the history of college basketball.
I can remember. I could see the apartment. I remember the room. I remember exactly where I was. It was one of those TV VCR combos.
Oh, yeah.
One of them old ones. It was right
Built
there.
into the little box.
Yes, under it was like a little
Sure.
bookshelf with a cabinet. It was right there, small TV. I'll never forget that moment. Like, no way he's going to hit. He did. Oh my God.
For those people of a certain age that do not know, the answer to who's the greatest college basketball player of all time, if you said Christian Leitner, you're probably not wrong. There are other good answers there. Christian Leitner was an incredible athlete. He had really soft hands. He could run the floor. He could shoot. He was tough.
Yeah.
Like, he was kind of dirty, quite frankly. Like,
he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just an complete package in college basketball. And he had a long NBA career, but it was fairly undistinguished in NBA career. And it just goes to show you how different that level from college sports to pro sports is, because it's a little bit Tim Tebow-y. Like, Tebow was amazing at Florida and just kind of a guy in the NFL, and Leitner kind of followed that path.
Same thing. Dream Team, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Should have been Shaq.
Should have been Shaq,
but it wasn't. Duke had it going.
Yeah, they did.
Their program was built and going. But have you seen that I Hate Christian Leitner?
I have.
I thought he was the pretty boy rich kid.
No, he's tough.
It's the opposite of. He just looks like he's a rich boy.
And you go to Duke.
He looked like the Duke guy that everybody hates, only he was from Buffalo and grew up kind of hardcore.
Right. Yeah.
He played like he was not a rich kid.
I bet a lot of dudes walked away with a black eye and I never saw that coming.
Do you remember when he stomped Aminu Timberlake?
Oh, yeah, and got away with it.
Got away with it.
Like,
it's like, he just stomped
it
on his
chest. It just made you hate Duke that much more.
Yeah.
Yes.
Speaking of Duke, too, which is so funny to me as a Duke hater, Duke itself released a statement that they are not happy with their usage of their logo and their emblem in White Lotus this season.
Oh, really?
Because one character is wearing a Duke shirt often, and it's kind of a thing behind the character. Like, that's the distinguishing factor about this guy. And they were like, we don't want our logo being used in this. And I was like, all right, Duke, go off.
Get over yourself.
If I see a Duke hat, if I see a Duke hat, I think snob.
Yeah.
Immediately, regardless of who's wearing it.
Oh,
I think
I
snob.
honestly think there's more than just a handful. There are many. If you are wearing the logo of a certain college, I'm going to presuppose some things about you.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Yes.
If you have an SC logo on your hat, I am presupposing some things.
What about Arizona State?
Like to have a good time.
You can drink.
Like to have a good. Look, I'll put my alma mater in there. UC Santa Barbara.
You can drink.
I know what you're about.
Texas A&M.
Not
you
my.
love football.
You and I are probably not going to get along great.
Yeah.
I can tell you that about A&M, right?
You got oil money somewhere.
Or you have a very short haircut and think a certain way.
Oh, that too. So that element.
You're in military.
Texas Tech.
Yeah. Like to have a good time. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What about Berkeley?
Aaron Rodgers.
Dippy. Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers. Yes.
University of Texas is Texas USC people.
Yeah.
Same
thing.
folks. They're just from Texas.
Same thing. Absolutely.
Successful. Pretty smart. Know they're successful.
Same
know
thing.
They're pretty smart.
We're Texas. You're not.
Take care of each other.
Yes.
Yeah. Northwestern. Real smart.
Super smart.
Midwestern. Polite.
Probably journalism school.
Yep.
My best friend married a valedictorian from Northwestern.
Oh.
And he never lets me forget it.
I bet he's pretty good at whatever it is he does.
He is.
Yeah.
You know what? My mom was valedictorian at Penn State in her school.
There you go.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
The Ag School.
I was not the valedictorian at UCSB.
At all.
I need how many more credits? Oh,
That was
okay.
the unofficial valedictorian.
Yeah, I was like, we're sure I
Yes.
get to graduate. We're sure. Just real quick.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jack Rivas.
Yeah,
we'll
really?
just leave it at that.
They
We'll
made
just
sure
say,
you
thank
graduate.
you, Jack Rivas.
Get him off campus.
Yeah. Hey, Jack, I got this one. I'll take care of that for you. Thanks, Jack. Love you, buddy. Super Crosstalk coming up next.
Mason and Ireland.
Can you?
Join Kathy, O'Shea Jackson Jr., producer Lindsay, and I for a special Monday Night Raw watch party here at Hollywood Park Casino. You can win tickets to the biggest wrestling event in Las Vegas, plus a round-trip airfare and a one-night stay. You must be present to win and 21 years or older to enter. Park Party and Play here at Hollywood Park Casino.
Tour returns to Los Angeles for the JM Eagle LA Championship, presented by Plastpro, April 17th through the 20th at El Caballero Country Club. Come watch 144 of the world's best female golfers, including standout LPGA superstar Nelly Korda and back-to-back champion Hannah Green. Tickets start at just $25. First responders, military, kids under 18, and those affected by the Eaton and Palisades fires get in free. Get your tickets today at jmeaglelachampionship.com.
Children's Hospital Los Angeles is a leader in breakthrough pediatric care, treating complex cases and advancing life-saving research. In support of CHLA's 10th annual Make March Matter campaign, ESPN LA is auctioning off exclusive 710 appearances to help fund critical treatments for children. Every dollar raised supports CHLA's essential work to provide expert care, innovative therapies, and hope to families in need. Visit 710forchla.com to bid and make a difference for kids today.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. It's time for Super Crosstalk.
No! Mason's here. Marcus Grant is here.
The heck was that?
This is reaction to Mr. Coots.
Do it again.
I thought all right, let's back up a little bit.
So dial me in.
On Fridays, we do our draft.
Yes, of
and
course.
Emily had a really good idea today.
Yep.
In celebration of yesterday's opening day, we were going to draft baseball players' names that are
Nicknames,
amusing,
yeah.
interesting, funny.
Sure.
Right. Just,
Okay.
that kind of stuff. Right. I had two names that I was like, I got their back pocket. I don't have to worry about anybody taking them.
Yeah.
I'm in great shape.
Okay.
DeMarco hijacked my first one with Dennis Oil Can Boyd.
Oil Can Boyd.
Such a great
Okay.
Now wait,
name.
no
Yeah.
wait, no wait. I don't know why they call him Oil Can.
Yes,
I
you
don't
do.
want to
Yes,
know.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Oil Can Boyd used to date my cousin. He was the first
Oh.
major leaguer I ever met.
Okay.
First Mercedes I ever saw. I
Yes.
hold him in high regard.
Yes.
I don't know what Oil Can means. I don't know why they call him that.
I have also
Don't tell me.
I have also met Dennis Boyd. He is a wonderful person.
Thank you very much.
Very amusing, entertaining man.
I thought it was because the pitch got away from him and hit people
And
in
he
the
had
face.
oily fingers?
Oily fingers.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
that's it.
That's
Yeah.
not why.
Yeah.
I mean, those fingers.
It could be too.
I was like, I don't know about that one.
Stop.
You're
Okay.
primo.
And then Jorge, I'm getting ready. I'm like, okay, I've got this for sure. And then Rusty selected former major leaguer, current member of the Kansas City Royals staff, I believe.
Yeah.
Rusty Kuntz.
No!
I thought I had it. So Jorge had Jason Junk, which is just a great
good
name.
one.
Jason
Okay.
Junk is awesome.
Pete Lecoq, who played for the Royals and
He said it
Cubs.
again.
And you know
Right.
his dad,
Peter Marshall.
Peter Marshall, same show host. Yeah.
So you did, every time the Royals were on TV, whoever was calling the game would go, you know, his dad is the host of the Hollywood Squares, Peter Marshall.
You have to say that
Yeah.
to keep people from laughing.
Yes. And then Rusty Kuntz. Which Jorge mispronounced the first time. Let's just say.
The inflection was different.
Yes.
That's why the bleep is there in that clip.
He
did?
Yes.
DeMarco was like beat red right now.
DeMarco had Oil Can Boyd, Catfish Hunter, and Roger Clemens, the Rocket.
The Rocket.
Okay, all right.
Emily had, this is a terrific one, Cannonball Titcomb.
Now, how did we find these? Because I do not have
I
his
was just
baseball
using
card.
my memories.
I do not have
Yes.
Cannonball.
I have a couple that I would have loaded up. I would probably have to Google a few.
I Googled Cannonball
I was going
Titcomb.
to say, nobody knows that off
He
the
played
top
in the
of their head,
1880s.
Right? Oh, in the 80s,
Yes.
right. I remember
A
him.
man by the name of Stubby Clapp.
I know.
Okay.
I've heard of Stubby
You've heard
Clapp.
of Stubby
he's-
Clapp?
I've heard of Stubby Clapp.
something
Stubby
you
Clapp
can
the
catch.
third.
Stubby Clapp the third.
Oh,
He
so there were
come
two
from
other
a
Stubby
long-
Claps
yeah.
before him.
A long line of claps, exactly.
I mean,
they got
Tom
penicillin
Hanks
for that now. Yeah.
Tom Hanks told me in a league of their own to avoid the clap.
Avoid the
Oh,
clap.
yes. Yeah. There you go.
Pickles Dillhofer.
Now, somebody's Googling these, right?
Right?
I also Googled that one.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I mean,
he's from the 1890s.
Did Dick Pole make the list?
Is there really?
Marcus.
Come on.
Yes, that's a great one. I can't
Oh,
believe I
that
forgot
is-
about
Right?
Dick Pole.
There was
He's-
a guy named.
He was the Giants pitching
He was
coach
a-
for a long time. Yeah.
Yes, Dick Pole.
That's a good one.
My three were former Cleveland Indians. I think it was a DH first baseman Travis Hafner, who went by the name Pronk, which
That's
was
good.
Yeah,
like
Pronk's
half
good.
Pronk, half
Yeah.
It was
donkey.
like half donkey, half
Yes.
project.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember
that's
that.
good.
Baseball players have a lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for sure.
And that lane continued with the Big Hurt and the Big Unit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Big
so-
Hurt, Big Unit are both really good.
Yes.
I'm trying to
Yes,
think,
so-
the only one that comes to mind is Spaceman. What about
Bill
Spaceman?
Spaceman
Bill
Lee.
Spaceman
Oh,
Lee.
yeah, Lee would be a good one.
The thing I loved about I think Bill Lee's a Trojan. Believe
He
it or not.
is. Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He's also an EFIS.
He's an EFIS. Yeah.
He wanted to be number 337, so when he stood on his head, it would spell Lee.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
That sounds like a guy whose nickname is the Space
Oh,
Man.
yeah.
I heard that, and so I'm like,
Yeah.
I know.
I know, like you gotta
you
pause
gotta
and
think
think about
about
it for
it.
a
Yeah.
second.
That's
Yeah.
a think piece, yeah.
But I think Jorge wins with Pete Lecoq and Rusty Kuntz.
God, I wish I would have heard that live.
I was
sometimes
so
you just want to hear something live.
disappointed.
Yeah.
So
That is too bad. That is too bad. By the way, did I mention
DeMarco just can't breathe right now. This is the best part.
I think the one that gets you the most is Pete Lecoq.
Yeah, no, it is. By the way, you know his dad was game show host.
Peter Marshall.
Oh my God! They would have sent me right to the principal's office every day. Every day.
You said you had one or two that we've left off?
No.
No?
I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I had
Oh
nothing.
my
I
gosh.
had nothing.
Dick Pole would have should have been
Dick
on this
Pole
list.
should have been on the list.
So
Yeah.
you're wearing the new. This is the new Dodger jersey
that
in
cool?
the
What do you
gold.
think? What do you think?
I like it. I mean, first of all, it was a cool day.
Yes.
And it was a cool, all that stuff. So
Yes.
you remember it for that reason.
Yes.
I think I'm more of a Dodger blue guy, but I
Traditionalist.
get it.
That's
I'm a
nice. Yeah.
traditionalist.
Can we-
These, I think
yeah.
they just wear these yesterday, opening day,
That's right.
the golds, and I think those are back in the vault.
Yes.
But I feel like
Yes.
didn't they do something similar after the 2020 World
They
Series
did.
too? They brought out the gold, but it was just for opening day.
Oh, the
sort of
golden
thing.
trim on it.
Golden
It was
trim.
gold
Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
That's
Yeah.
what
All
it
right.
was.
Can we
Yeah.
bring it back as a fashion trend? Is my question.
I like it.
Wearing jerseys, sports
Yeah.
jerseys.
I
That
think
kind of
they're-
went out.
I think they're
jerseys?
fine occasionally, but I honestly, because I think the Dodgers have the best uniforms in sports, and it's one small simple thing.
What?
It's the red number. the red numbers, because like there's nothing else red about it. Everything's blue and white, but the red number pops, and it's on both the home and the road jerseys, and it makes the Dodgers uniforms
Looks
the
like
best
you
in
got
sports.
big affirmation from Travis Rogers.
I got nothing to add to that. That's exactly right. It's the best uniform in baseball, and it's because of what you just said.
Yeah.
It is because it doesn't make any sense.
It just stands out.
It
just
shouldn't
pops.
be red,
Right.
only it absolutely has to be red.
and it's amazing.
It actually makes sense.
Yeah, when you see a jersey like sometimes there'll be a giveaway or whatever, and that number isn't right here, it looks weird.
Yeah.
And occasionally you'll see kind of like a bootleg one where it's blue.
Right.
Doesn't
Yeah,
look
that's
right.
not right.
It
Then
doesn't
you know.
look right. Yeah, I'm now I'm gonna have to add you to the text thread where I break down uniforms with a couple of
Okay,
my friends.
I'm here for it.
Be
you're-
careful.
I'm here for it.
Yes.
They didn't miss a trick yesterday.
No. First of all, you were there. Describe.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw all of it on television, but it looked like it was unbelievably cool to be there.
It really was. You know, you and I and John and DeMarco, we've talked about this. Like the Lakers are really good at events,
Yes.
right? Of big moments, whether it's a milestone or a jersey retirement or something like that. They really just kind of nail it every time. The Dodgers, 10 out of 10, their opening day World Series celebration. So it starts with a blue carpet walkthrough from center field for all of their players. Followed by Ice Cube coming out and driving along the warning track, the lowrider with the World Series trophy riding shotgun. And now all of a sudden, it is raising the giant 2024 World Series flag in center field. Then they drop the plaque on the right field facade for the 2024 World Series championship. Then Josh Groban sings the national anthem. I mean, there's the heavyweights. He's pretty darn good. Then Joe Davis comes out and they play a montage kind of mashup of the Freddie Freeman, Kirk Gibson home runs with the two calls from Scully and Joe Davis mixed together.
Cool.
Both great. And then Joe Davis says, well, let's make it official. Freddie meet Gibby.
So cool.
Here comes Kirk Gibson out of the dugout to meet Freddie Freeman and his family. Freddie Freeman's family and kids, his wife, his dad are out there. They have a great little embrace. Kirk Gibson goes to the mound to throw out the first pitch. Kirk Gibson is not in great health. He's suffering from Parkinson's. And it was just an incredibly emotional moment. And then here come the F-18s over the top of Dodger Stadium. It was just like, come on.
Special. They nailed it.
Just an incredible moment.
It is weird how similar the Freddie home run is to the Gibby home run. It really, I mean, even in the moment, I think everybody thought. I mean, I was at the game. Were you at that game?
I was not at the game.
I was at that game. At the moment, I thought, God, that's Gibson all over again.
Before the ball landed, I think I tweeted, "That's Gibson."
Yeah,
and it was, and at first you're like, "Well, hold on," and you start thinking about it. What's the difference?
Right down to World Series Game 1. You kind of won the World Series
time
in
of
Game
day.
1.
The only difference is there were no taillights in the parking lot.
No taillights.
Right.
And it comes down to like which of the two things do you like better, or which is kind of like Dennis Eckersley was the unhittable closer of his era.
Yes,
he was lights out. Nobody hit Dennis Eckersley, and Gibson got him. Or you could do it with a grand slam against the New York Yankees.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like take your pick. They're both just legendary moments.
Yeah, they are.
I think it's
Yankees
both
get the
exactly
nod.
the same
But
moment.
honestly,
the Yankees get the
And I think part of what was amazing about that moment, I mean, on top of the moment itself, is that Joe Davis had the presence of mind to say, Gibby, meet Freddie. Like, he just had it right
Brilliant
there.
call.
You know,
Brilliant call.
It's incredible.
The Scully call of the season of the improbable, the impossible has happened.
That's just an unbelievable
If you
line.
gave a team of writers 100 years to come up with something, they might land on that, but maybe not.
Yep.
And to have that in your pocket as it's happening is the genius of Vince Scully. Davis's call is nearly as good.
Oh, yeah.
To be able, to your point, Marcus, to be able to call
Is
it back
nearly as good?
in the moment.
Oh, yeah.
And just and it's perfect. Gibby meet Freddie.
Yeah.
And then he comes around the base, and you got Gibson like this, you got Freddie like
Iconic.
It was just
Yeah,
history
yeah.
repeating
That's
itself.
unbelievable.
It was tremendous.
Is it baseball where you get to decide what team you go in?
Not
as a whole
anymore.
member?
They,
Not anymore.
No, they now,
Thanks
they
to
now
Wade
tell
Boggs.
you.
Right.
They now tell you?
Yeah. Because Wade Boggs basically auctioned his off to the highest bidder.
Oh, he really? He
Yes.
made them pay. Oh, okay.
He said that I think it was Tampa, right?
I think it was Tampa, but whoever was going to offer him the most perks.
I'll put
Sort
it.
of thing.
I'll
He
put
didn't
it on
wind
there.
up going in Tampa,
So I
did
believe
He's gotta be a Red
there's a
Sox.
handful of guys. I know Greg Maddux is like this, and
good,
there's
though.
a handful of other guys that don't have any hat. They just have their
Just
hair.
go in. Okay.
They because like
They
Greg
played a bunch of places.
and Greg Maddux. obviously had his highest highs with Atlanta, but he was a great pitcher
He's
in
great with
Chicago.
Cub. Yeah.
there's
To
just
me, it's always what's your first reaction? Like,
Atlanta.
Maddox is a
Atlanta.
break.
What is your first reaction for Freddie now?
He's a Dodger. He's a Dodger.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I
won his world title.
I think Freddie might be a hatless guy.
You
Because
think so?
I
Well,
think
we'll see how long he goes.
he
here.
won a World Series in both places.
Yeah, that's
He
right. I
hit the
forgot, yeah.
iconic home run for the Dodgers. He won an MVP for the Braves.
Yeah.
He's an 8-time All-Star. I think it's 4-4 for each. It's
It sort of depends on how much further he goes and how much more
Yeah.
damage they do in the
next few years.
postseason. I still think potentially he goes in as a Dodger, but
Yeah.
you're right. I think as of this moment, you would split it.
You can share him.
yeah, yeah.
It's 2025.
It was something
Right.
else yesterday, and
There
then
you
of
go.
course Shohei hits a home run.
Oh
Just,
my
why not?
God!
Why not?
Anybody else shocked at like where he hit it
Well,
from
I'll
that
tell you,
side of the plate? Anybody?
I think I heard somebody after the game, might have been Tommy Edmonds, said when he takes a ball opposite field, it's like a right-handed hitter pulling it.
Yeah.
That he hits it so hard, it's like a right-handed hitter pulling it.
That doesn't make sense. It should be physically impossible to do
Should
that.
be.
Yes,
But damn.
and you just saw it. It just happened. Yeah.
There's something about seeing him in person too that is
Yeah.
really special because on TV it's great. Don't get me wrong, but he's so big. Like
Yeah.
he's such a big guy, and then you see like. When you see Canseco or those guys hit those balls, like Ohtani's built like that. He's not
Yeah.
as muscular, but he's just such a big guy. It's
Yeah.
like there's nothing he could do on a baseball field that goes, that didn't make. It's just that's Ohtani.
Yeah.
And oh, by the way, he's going to pitch this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to see him
Why
pitch.
not? Why
Wow.
not? Have a great weekend, fellas.
Hey, thanks.
Have a great show.
Have a good show.
I'm out all next week, so
Oh,
happy,
nice. Where are you going? Oh, you're going to New York.
Going to New York.
That's
yeah,
right. Have a
yeah.
good time.
I'm excited.
Can
yeah.
you bring me
after that?
back a souvenir?
Sure, I'll bring you back a little statue of
You get your
Liberty.
stuff
Thank you very much.
Little
from
Statue
from
of Liberty.
JFK as he's on his way
Yes,
back
right.
home.
Something. Yes.
I love New York. Statue of Liberty.
The Snow Globe, the coaster.